This is the Buzz Adams Morning Show podcast. Barstool Talk Daily. Except it's really early in the morning and no booze. For the most part.
Seesaw swinging with the boys in the office, kicking back in the office chair. Saying, hey, diddle, diddle, I couldn't give a fiddle if my boss yells at me over there. So we take a big chance and take a little glance to see if boss went away. We don't feel we'll survive if we stay until 5, so we need to make a quick escape. We're ready to walk Friday, talk Friday, leave early Friday, go walk Friday. Just give me a beer.
Wake up, El Paso.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special bulletin.
Wake up, fat boy.
Wake up! It's aerobic time! Come on, do the shift with a little boogie in it!
You're out of order.
What's the matter with everybody? Everybody's so grumpy every morning around here.
Your morning starts now.
Are you serious?
Let's get this show on the road.
So let's dance.
This is the morning show on 95.5 KLAQ.
Hell yeah!
Thank you so much and good morning. Welcome to our Friday show. The weekend's just about to get started. Very exciting weekend. It's the opening of the KLAQ Haunted Houses of Terror, starting tonight and going all the way through Halloween and even into part of November. We're going to leave the haunted houses open.
Woo!
Welcome, everybody, to the show. I'll give you the details on that. Good morning, Joanna. I can tell you're already excited.
Hell yeah. Spooky season is here.
Cowboys won last night on Thursday Night Football.
Yeah, they did.
Good for them.
Maybe not everybody got to see it because it was on Amazon Prime.
That's how I saw it.
But here you go. To end the game, Cowboys intercepted Daniel Jones, the final seconds of the game. Finished things up against the Giants 20-15 last night on Thursday Night Football.
Jones launching it deep downfield, and it's taken away.
Taken away, and the Cowboys are now 2-2.
Dallas Cowboys. We are the Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys. Cowboy football.
Yeah, so the Cowboys, since they played Thursday night, are going to play this weekend. Miners aren't playing this weekend either, but they do play next Thursday. In fact, all of the Miners games in the month of October are weekday games. Steve Kaplowitz will be by a little bit later to talk to us about that. I see we have guests coming in today.
We do.
Jenny Robbins.
Jenny Robbins and Carlos is going to be coming in from the El Paso Film Festival. It's going to be this weekend.
All right. Mo from Mocha is coming by later today.
Ooh, I love her.
She is doing a charity for children's cancer.
Okay.
And
Great.
They're raising money this week. They might be having a show, or a rock show. I don't know the details.
Mocha do the greatest shirts. The famous Star on the Mountain after the Walmart shooting.
Yep.
That original design was theirs, and then it just got ripped off far and wide. But
we have great guests. I never disappoint you on the guests.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't an affirmation.
Oh, yes, that's true. You really do a good job on the guests there.
Please tell him that he gets good guests. You get great guests.
Thank you,
Nico.
Joanna.
You do a really good job. Better
I appreciate
than I do.
that. That is good. Just appreciate just.
I appreciate that you're doing that hustle.
So-
I have
no.
a guest coming in too.
You do?
And she wants to know what kind of coffee you want.
Is
Buzz.
it Lisa?
Her name rhymes with Misa Message.
Misa, how did you say it?
Misa Menches.
Misa Manchester.
She wants to know what kind of coffee you guys want.
Chai tea soy milk latte.
Okay. A dirty one? You want the caffeine in it?
Dirty should mean there's alcohol in it. That's misleading. Dirty should mean there's a shot of...
That's Irish.
There's a shot of whiskey in it or something.
She also says Nico probably wants black like his soul.
Yes, thank you, Lisa.
So while
She says
Lisa's here...
she's coming in today to defend her right to the HBO Max account.
we are going to settle this once and for all. I couldn't get on HBO the other day because there were too many users. Well, the users are Nico, Nico's cousin Drew, and Lisa.
Okay, but
They're all on my HBO Max account.
you had nothing to do with the account other than providing your credit card.
You mean paying for it, meaning
Sure.
I own it?
Sure, but you don't set it up. I set it up. What does Lisa do for it?
I have a lot of professional respect for Lisa.
And that's why you let. But you don't bitch about anything to her. You just do it to me, even though I'm the one that set up the account for everything.
I see you every day, and all you did was set it up and enter my credit card.
So I have now canceled it.
God damn it!
So if you're gonna be like this.
No, listen.
If you're gonna be like this,
no, listen
it's
to me.
Done.
Listen to me. Pertaining to the issue of custody of my HBO account, Joanne and I have worked out what I think will be a suitable settlement for everybody involved. You and your cousin have HBO Max Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Lisa has HBO Max Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturday. Sunday, of course, is the Lord's Day.
So it's a moot point.
And I have the HBO Max 7 days a week because I'm paying for it.
Yeah. Figure it out. All right.
Yeah.
Figure it out. If you can figure it out, because I've already canceled it.
God.
So it's only going to go as far. You might be able to watch some HBO shows up until a week from now, but then it's going to go off. No, it's done.
That is ungrateful. You've been watching HBO Max.
Ungrateful. You're
free.
ungrateful for bringing this up, for bitching. You're ungrateful for bitching at me and not Lisa when she does nothing.
You know what? Great. Lisa will be here herself.
It's you and her from now on, because you bitched at me so much about this.
Okay,
It's now you and Lisa.
Okay, I got to take a break because we're loaded today with commercials, so I got to take a break.
That's what you get for bitching.
We'll hash all this out today.
We're not. I've already canceled it.
You try and do something nice for somebody,
Nah,
and
whatever.
the payment you get is
This is the payment you get for being ungrateful.
okay. Now you are gaslighting me.
How am I? I don't think you understand what gaslighting means. You're
trying to convince me that you have a reasonable point, and if we polled 100 people, 100 would say he does not.
But people would say Lisa has a point.
If
No,
this
they
is an
wouldn't.
issue between you and Lisa.
No, it's an issue that you don't see, that it's so hypocritical for you to be like, yeah, but I don't want to say anything to Lisa because, well, I'm afraid of her. But
I didn't say that.
But
this
I'll
time.
bitch at you because,
Yeah.
you're an easy whipping boy.
You're right there. You're right there.
Yeah, so, just bitch at me then.
Let's take a look at the Mo Show calendar. When we come back, we've got today in sound clips. Hurricane Helene hit last night, and the storm surge. The people there in the Florida Panhandle at Georgia are saying they've never in their lives seen the water up so high. We'll have an update on that. It looks like they have got New York City Mayor Eric Adams dead to rights on accepting payments, not even bribes, just payments. We're going to give you hundreds of thousands of dollars from the Turkish government. So he spoke about that yesterday, and there was a guy heckling him the entire time. They didn't have anybody on heckler duty, so there was a guy heckling him the entire time he was trying to speak. We'll have today in sound clips coming up here in just a few minutes.
The Daily Calendar. Today is September 27th. It's Ancestor Appreciation Day and Indigenous Native American Day. It's also the day that you should save koalas. And in what sounds like a bookkeeping oversight, it's National Crush Day and Crush a Can Day. Today is German Sandwich Day, so scarf that down and put on a scarf. It's Scarf Day. Is that a hickey on your neck? No, Mom, it's Scarf Day. And that's your Daily Calendar.
Chuck here, and I am ready to throw the horns up on Loudwire Nights tonight.
So basic, guys. On Information Domination, Sunday on Fox.
Broadcasting from El Paso for El Paso. The Buzz Adams Morning Show on 95.5 KLAQ.
Now
The KLAQ Haunted Houses of Terror open today. And there are 2 locations and a lot of different discounts you can get on the tickets. So if you want to find out all the discounts that could work in your favor, check out the KLAQ Haunted Houses of Terror by opening the KLAQ mobile app or at KLAQ.com. The 2 locations this year, 13900 Montana Boulevard and 2155 Joe Battle. Fridays, what? You getting in the spirit? Fridays and Saturdays, extended hours from 7 to midnight. Tickets you can get at the door, including the option to buy an upgrade Fast Pass. Sometimes, especially when we get closer to Halloween, the lines can get a little lengthy, but they've got the Fast Pass from Right Drive. You might be interested in that. Tonight, both locations open. The KLAQ Haunted House of Terror, brought to you by Western Tech, Burnout Bullies, Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, and War Eagles. Proudly produced and managed by Desert Warriors Paintball. Opening weekend. This weekend also, Oktoberfest up in Ruidoso. Nico's going to be the MC.
I am.
There's going to be a lot of entertainment and talent, including Fungi Mungle, El Paso's favorite party band. They're going to be up there, and Nico will tell you more about it coming up, but it's at Downshift Brewery, right there on the Main Street strip of town.
Sutter.
Is it Sutterth or Meacham? Because I always get those two confused.
Sutterth.
You know what they got on Sutterth that we don't have anywhere in West El Paso?
A weed lounge?
Well, that's true. I mean, not counting, like our friends' living rooms.
Yeah.
They do
like a public one.
They got a Schlotsky's right there.
Huh.
Oh my God.
Oh, that went up in the fire.
No.
Yeah.
You got to be kidding. No way. So
almost, Joanna.
Do you remember
Almost.
last week I came back from Houston on Monday, right?
Yeah.
You know what the last thing I did before I left the El Paso airport was?
Schlotsky's.
I went over and got a Schlotsky's. I got 3 of them to go.
Ew. Gross.
2 of them are still in the freezer.
Oh.
That's how much I love Schlotsky's.
Gross.
So that is your plans for this weekend. If you want to head up to Ruidoso, that's going to be going on all day and into the night. It's going to go on late.
Yeah, say hi. I'll be in my Elita Hosen, and there's a lot of good food out there as well. I've been getting a lot of hosting and MC gigs recently. I got some private events I'm doing.
You did
this
the
month.
Veterans benefit yesterday,
which was great. I loved it. So the Sheriff's County employs over 300 veterans, and it was to celebrate all of them and provide them with resources and to just kind of let them know that they're appreciated.
Did you see anybody you know?
Yeah, I saw County Commissioners Carlos Leon, Judge Samaniego,
Judge Ricardo Samaniego,
David Stout from the Commissioners Court.
Good.
Yeah, it was
I'm not sure we've ever interviewed Stout, and he's been on commissioners for a long time, for a while anyway.
It felt very out of place for me to be on the same stage as these people. So,
hey, you're used to feeling out of place, aren't you?
Yeah.
And now, today in sound clips.
All of the day's news with accompanying sound bites and actualities. Let's talk Hurricane Helene here for a second.
Why couldn't it be Helen? Do we need the E at the end?
They might have used Helen before. Maybe they use different names, so you don't have to say Hurricane Katrina. Which hurricane? You know which Hurricane Katrina. So they try.
But
to
it
use
would be
all
like
the names.
the next one is Hurricane Katrin or something just as similar.
What do they do if we have so many hurricanes that we get to X, and they've already used Sochi?
Xavier.
Xavier's a good one. All right. After rapidly intensifying yesterday afternoon, Hurricane Helene made landfall around 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time last night as a Category 4 hurricane.
Hey, wait. I just saw something super important. Do you
talking
have
about a hurricane?
This is just as important as a hurricane.
All right.
You have AT&T?
Yeah.
You do for internet, right?
Yeah.
You're on the unlimited plan, right?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe. You'd have to check that out for me.
Max is included with that.
Oh, boss, look at that.
HBO Max is already included in your AT&T plan.
this ought to police itself. You know that? If you already sign up for something, your TV should be, it's supposed to be a smart TV. It should be smart enough to say, hey, idiot, you're already getting this free. I've been paying for it for at least 3 years. That's not as important as a hurricane, though.
Oh, I thought that was just as important as a hurricane.
He's like, wait a minute.
Well, yeah, personally, to me, it is. I don't live in Florida.
I know. I feel bad for anybody that has to deal with this, though.
The storm had maximum sustained winds of 140 miles an hour at landfall in the Florida Panhandle, about 45 miles southeast of Tallahassee, and was moving to the northeast, means Georgia got some of it, too. At a press conference yesterday, just before the hurricane hit, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis told reporters that the Panhandle hasn't seen a storm like this in quite some time.
This area has not had a major hurricane hit in quite some time, and certainly nobody in recent memory has seen a storm of this magnitude that has hit.
Ron DeSantis is okay even with the flooding. He's got those lifts in his boots that keep his pants from getting wet. Tampa, Florida Mayor Jane Castor said that winds were increasing in her city and that the biggest threat was the flooding.
It is that storm surge that's coming in with those lower bands. We are seeing substantial flooding in this entire region from those bands and that storm surge coming from Helena.
And I mentioned that Georgia was going to be impacted, and it was. Here's Richard Wilson, the Adjutant General of the Georgia Department of Defense, said that Georgia was prepared for the impacts of Hurricane Helene.
We have route and debris clearance teams already postured throughout the state.
A lot of Eric, I got to save this, a lot of stuff here about Eric Adams, the mayor of New York, being urged to step down by members in and out of his own party.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to withstand the pressure too much longer, I think.
Hoda Kotb announced that she is leaving the Today Show after 17 years.
Oh, no.
Here's the announcement yesterday on the Today Show on NBC.
And I just turned 60, and it was such a monumental moment for me when I turned 60 years old, because I started thinking about that decade. Like, what does that decade mean? What does it hold? What's it going to have for me? And I realized that it was time for me to turn the page at 60.
All right. And Hoda explains that her kids are a big part of the reason that she's leaving the show.
This is the right time for me to kind of move on. And then I thought about, obviously I had my kiddos late in life, and I was thinking that they deserve a bigger piece of my time pie that I have. I feel like we only have a finite amount of time.
All right. Last night at the People's Country Music Awards, I had to read this twice to see if I was getting it straight. Best New Artist was awarded to Shabuzi.
Shabuzi.
Is Shabuzi a country artist?
I think so, yeah. He has that song, something, another shot of whiskey.
Yeah, I heard that song,
something.
and it sounds like, well, not rap, but more of a...
It kind of sounds like that one song that goes, everybody in the club getting
tipsy. Yeah, it does kind of sound like that one. Here is Shabuzi.
I like Shabuzi's hair.
Yeah, it is cool.
Shabuzi accepts the award for New Artist.
Thank you to all the programmers at Country Radio for supporting me, my management for believing in me and putting in the time, hard work, and dedication. And thank you to all my friends and family in Nashville for showing up for me time and time again. Thank you to Empire for being the best independent label partner any artist could ask for. And thank you, Beyonce. You're amazing. Yeah.
Right. So Shabuzi thanked Beyonce for kind of throwing that door open.
I like saying Shabuzi.
I like it too, yeah. You're a Shabuzi.
This Brett Favre is a real piece of work, you know? And I was a Brett Favre fan. Like, I loved watching Brett Favre play quarterback. He wasn't afraid of anybody or anything.
Hey, pod me up real quick.
That's totally, that's on Tipsy.
This is country, kind of. Pretty good, right?
Is that a bar song?
Yeah, bar song.
Everybody
in the club getting tipsy.
That is Jaquan tipsy.
Yeah, actually, that is the exact line.
Because he goes, what? Here comes the
2 to the 3 to the 4.
I'd heard that song and I didn't put it together that it was getting played on country radio. I had no idea.
That's a big country song.
Brett Favre thanked everyone for their support after he revealed, as he was testifying to Congress, that he has Parkinson's.
Okay, but
that
he was
such a successful diversion.
Yes.
He was there to talk about stealing welfare money from the poorest people in the state of Mississippi, and he turned the whole thing into, oh my God, Brett Favre has Parkinson's.
Yes.
That is a master stroke of distraction.
I stole it for research.
Yeah. Brett Favre thanked everyone for their support.
Hey, it's Brett. I just want to thank everyone for your support after the news that I had Parkinson's when I was testifying
about stealing welfare
money from welfare.
Congress, unbelievable show of support. And
unbelievable that everybody forgot the reason Brett Favre was testifying before Congress in the first place.
I want you to know I truly appreciate it. Hopefully this will shed some light on concussions and head trauma and also Parkinson's. There's a lot of people that are out there with it. It can happen to anyone at any time. So, again, thank you for your support. I really appreciate it.
All right.
Do you think he should go to jail?
I don't know the nuts and the bolts of the case. It sounds like a former governor in Mississippi is messed up in all this. So there are people higher up the chain, even than Brett Favre. If he didn't know better, they should have known better.
Yeah.
So there's a company that allows you to use an AI lawyer to sue anybody you want, and it provides legal services at the click of a button. It's called Do Not Pay. The company is, and they have to pay $193,000, though, according to the FTC. Apparently, they made an untested claim that they were equal to a human lawyer. Here is the founder of Do Not Pay, Josh Browder, explaining what kind of legal help the company can provide. But they're being fined for saying that it's as good as having a human lawyer.
So the software actually talks to you and says what was wrong with your ticket, and then in your own words you can answer, and then it matches you to a legal defense. It then takes down details and uses all of that information to generate an appeal letter, which will then automatically submit for you by doing all the clicking. And I think it's really important because the average person has the deck stacked against them.
Charges against New York City Mayor Eric Adams were unsealed yesterday. Here is U.S. Attorney Damian Williams announcing the charges contained in the unsealed indictment.
Today we are announcing campaign finance, bribery, and conspiracy charges against Eric Adams, the mayor of New York City. As the indictment alleges, Mayor Adams engaged in a long-running conspiracy in which he solicited and knowingly accepted illegal campaign contributions from foreign donors and corporations.
All right, here's the U.S. Attorney, Damian Williams, again explaining what the crimes were in a little more detail.
As we allege, Mayor Adams took these contributions even though he knew they were illegal. And even though he knew these contributions were attempts by a Turkish government official and Turkish businessmen to buy influence with him.
There are a lot of really interesting side notes on this story. I'll share one of them with you. Mayor Eric Adams got money from foreign sources to promote their interest, and he used those in his election campaign.
Now, he used the money.
Yes, he was already getting money when he was the borough president of the Borough Association in Brooklyn. Why a foreign government would target the borough chairman?
Because you're investing in somebody that might eventually become mayor.
So he used $10 million, and to get away with it is something called straw donors. They made up people and said, look, all these people donated the money. It was really coming from just a few sources, Turkey, the country of Turkey being a big one. Damian Williams.
Wasn't he a police officer?
He was a chief of police.
Like, he would know better, right?
They said that the next step is they're targeting individuals still with the New York Police Department and individuals no longer with the New York City Police Department. So apparently he was tied up into this for a long time. U.S. Attorney Damian Williams said that Eric Adams accepted over $100,000 in luxury travel.
We also allege that the mayor sought and accepted well over $100,000 in luxury travel benefits from some of the same foreign actors who arranged many of the illegal campaign contributions. These benefits included free international business class flights and opulent hotel rooms in foreign cities.
Another one was they wanted the feds wanted his phone, and he was prepared to give over the phone. But then he said, I changed the password and I can't remember it. So just another interesting wrinkle in this case. New York State Senator Zellner Myrie is one of those Democrats that's saying that Eric Adams needs to step down as mayor.
I'm an attorney. I believe very deeply in our constitutional protections. He is entitled to the presumption of innocence, to a robust and rigorous defense, but he is not entitled to lead this city. The challenges that we face are just too enormous to have someone who is distracted under the weight of an indictment. It is an unfortunate situation, but it is one that I think calls for people to examine what the issues are that matter most to New Yorkers.
And when Eric Adams spoke about the unsealed indictment, he did so in a public forum, and there was a protester that was continually screaming criticisms while Adams was trying to speak.
This is a youth thing, Eric Adams. This is not a gun. Your policies are anti-black. You are a disgrace for all black people in this city. The things that you have done are unconscionable. You hurt our schools. Our streets are dirty. Our children are harassed by the police. This is ridiculous.
Did they let that guy bring a megaphone in with him, or does he just have a really loud voice?
It sounds like a megaphone.
Right before the indictment against him was unsealed, Eric Adams made it clear he will not resign.
From here, my attorneys will take care of the case so I can take care of the city. Mm-hmm. My day-to-day will not change. I will continue to do the job for 8.3 million New Yorkers that I was elected to do.
So Eric Adams, mayor of New York, indicted for bribery and wire fraud. Somebody found out that there is a catchphrase of his that he likes to compare New York City to the cities in the countries that he's visiting. So wherever he is, and it's a supercut of how many times he says this. Basically, it's what he says anytime he goes to a foreign country.
Everyone knows that New York City is the Athens of America, is the Istanbul of America, is the Kiev of America, is the soul of America. We are the Tel Aviv of America. New York City is the Islamabad of America, the Zagreb of America. We are the Lima of America. New York City is Mexico City of America. This is the Dublin of America, New York City.
All right. So I don't know what kind of reaction that got when he would say it, but altogether there, it sounds really, really
What's the name of your biggest city?
Really? Lima?
Yeah.
Like the bean? I believe he'll probably go to jail for years over this.
This election season, there's only one candidate for mayor of New York City who's fit to replace Eric Adams, and that's President Biden.
Yeah, that's right, man. I'm running for mayor of New York City. I got nothing else to do. And I love New York. I love the Big Apple. And I love apples. Apples are tasty. They keep the doctor away. I have a doctor. He makes me open my mouth and say, when I have a sore throat. And what was I saying? Oh, right, mayor. I should be that because I'm a good boy, just like Hunter. He's a good boy. He deserves a treat, like a dog. I have a dog, Commander, I forgot what I was saying again.
President Biden, the right choice for mayor of New York City.
Where am I?
Paid for by the committee to elect President Biden for mayor of New York City because Eric Adams is in a lot of trouble.
Good morning, Chuck Armstrong here, and I will be along tonight at 7 to get your weekend off to a rockin' start with Loudwire Nights. Then tomorrow at 5, it's 2 hours of ultimate Metallica.
Want to ruin your life?
Most tax pros leave a message.
it's Jane. I'm moving on to a TurboTax expert who beat your price. Adam Devine, tell him how I feel.
Hey, Tax Pro, she's been thinking twice. Best believe TurboTax will beat your price. This is a tax break.
Switch to a TurboTax Live expert and we'll beat what you paid your pro last tax season. Make the switch at TurboTax.com/beatyourprice. TurboTax full service only. Sign up by 12/20/2024 and file by 4/1/2025. Full details at TurboTax.com/beatyourprice.
We are saved. Visit Home Water Services at hws-ep.com today. Live from the KLAQ studios, the Buzz Adams Morning Show. Courtesy of Glasheen, Vyas, and Inderman Personal Injury Lawyers at GVILaw.com. And now it's time for... 1, 2, 3, random
facts.
Random facts. A couple of times, 3 times, maybe a week. It varies. We like to look at random facts, and hopefully there'll be at least something here that you'd not heard before. We're going to start with random fact. Well, this is a good one to start
Factoid.
with. Random fact number 1. From 1923 to 1969, the official language of Illinois was American.
Oh, my God.
It was just called
So they could
American.
go say, you got to speak American.
Yeah, we speak American in Illinois, except when we're speaking Polish or Italian.
Anything other than American. Huh, interesting.
Random fact number 2.
Okay.
The first movie to feature the word vagina
Vagina.
was a Disney movie.
Wow.
A Disney movie?
Yeah. Would you care to guess which Disney movie was the first motion picture in America to include the word vagina?
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Snow White. The Little Mermaid? No.
No. Peter Pan?
It was an educational film released in 1946 called The Story of Menstruation.
Nice.
So like the ones that they make you watch in 5th grade when they separate the boys and the girls?
Probably something like that. And finally, I told you I had facts about Jack in the Box tacos, okay?
Yes.
Random fact number 3.
Wow.
Americans eat 554 million tacos from Jack in the Box every year. Or another way to put that, about 1,000 Jack in the Box tacos are eaten every minute.
Oh, man, they're so good. That's
and
why.
surprisingly not by me. So do you want to find it? Do you want to hear something about the recipe?
Okay.
That taco recipe, the recipe has not changed in about 50 years. And the official recipe from Jack in the Box for their tacos is seasoned meat lump.
Meat lump.
I'm sorry, what animal is the lump?
I don't know, but it's seasoned.
Okay,
So
seasoned meat lump, 2 triangles of American cheese,
2 triangles,
shredded iceberg lettuce,
yum,
and a little sauce.
A little.
I mean, that sounds terrible.
But it's
when
yeah,
you
on
eat it,
paper, it does not sound great.
I think that's why people are so fascinated with it, because you look, it even looks disgusting. And if you open it up, it looks like a baby's diaper.
But
I mean, you just got to put your hot sauce on it and move forward with fervor.
But once you start eating them,
hell yeah,
especially if it's late at night, and especially
late at night
if
or early in the morning here at the station.
Yeah.
Those tacos hit every time.
According to an article on isitbadforyou.com, they describe the taco filling as, quote, an unattractive looking paste containing texturized protein, which is essentially soy flour with caramel coloring, as well as defatted soy grits.
So no meat?
So it's vegetarian.
Nice.
And it has protein.
Oh, we're just getting started, kids.
Oh, God. There's more?
The tacos are frozen and kept in a fridge next to the fryer. When Jack in the Box tacos are ordered, frozen tacos, if anybody ever worked at Jack in the Box, and you can confirm this
I think
or
I
not,
know that because I had a boyfriend who worked at
Jack in the Box. Frozen tacos are pulled from the fridge and placed in a taco holder that is dunked in the fryer for a predetermined, quote, taco time.
It is true.
That's exactly how your boyfriend said it was done. How can they be so good?
They're so good.
You got to believe.
You just don't look at it.
Have you guys seen how White Castle is made?
No, you don't look at how it's made. You just eat it, all right?
I bought the microwavable.
I
White
buy
Castle.
the microwavable
I
ones
can never
too.
get it the right level of hot. Like part of it it will scald your tongue, and the other part is still got ice on it.
You know what fixes that? Air fryer. Just put it in the air fryer.
I can't. It'll take down my power.
Oh, that's right.
And now,
leave me in the dark.
You know, they've been serving those tiny tacos for a while. Those are fun.
Oh, those are so good too. They got the monster taco right now.
They make me feel like a giant.
What's the monster?
It's a
They
huge-
do. It
it's a
makes
big-
it feel like a giant went to go have tacos. Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell
Just load it up.
defatted grits. Here's a commercial from 1976.
76.
Jack in the Box restaurants are having a taco sale.
Okay, I have to tell you right there. When everybody says yay, you see about 30 hats tossed in the
I
air.
think they're saying Olay.
Oh, is that? But they're
Jack
not
in
just
the Box
hats.
is trying to tell you the Mexicans love these tacos.
They're
Come
not
out.
just
They're not
hats.
wrong.
They're sombreros.
They're having a taco sale. You can get 3 of our delicious regular tacos
They're showing the tacos in 1976. They look exactly like the tacos do
They
now.
look
for
just
just
like they do.
$89.
They're a little plumper than you actually
89 cents for 3 tacos?
Sombreros.
Or you can get 2 of our Great Big Super Tacos for just 99 cents.
Monster taco.
But you better hurry. The sale ends September 26th.
Okay.
Oh no, we suck again.
So one final fact about Taco Bell tacos.
Yeah.
The mini tacos are not the same recipe.
They're not?
They're made
So the Jack in the Box regular size tacos are a lump of beef meat or
Okay.
reconstituted beef. The mini tacos are reconstituted chicken meat.
Chicken meat.
Yeah, the tiny tacos have chicken. Well,
they
not
sell
really
them as
chicken,
beef.
but some kind of
A chicken-like beef meat.
beef flavored chicken. They're like, check it out.
yeah, probably. It probably tastes like anything else that goes in the same fryer. I would.
You know
guess,
what?
but
Doesn't change my mind.
doesn't
I
change
love
your
them.
mind.
Love
Hitting
them.
Jack in the Box on the way home.
Yeah, I'm getting kind of hungry for them. That's for sure.
These are just some facts
That I learned it was amazed.
Everyone should try to learn something new each day.
This is Double G. Coming up after the Buzz Adams Morning Show, El Paso's best rock.
When getting your flu
When you think about businesses that are selling through the roof, like Aloe or Allbirds or Skims, sure, you think about a great product, a cool brand, and brilliant marketing. But an often overlooked secret is actually the businesses behind the business, making selling simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. Nobody does selling better than Shopify, home of the #1 checkout on the planet. And the not-so-secret secret? With Shop Pay that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts going abandoned and way more sales going. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell whatever your customers are scrolling or strolling on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout Skims uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/try, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/try to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/try.
Are you getting your together?
sponsored by Pfizer.
The Buzz Adams Morning Show, Monday through Friday, 5 to 10. KLAQ and KLAQ HD1, El Paso, a Town Square media station.
Dallas. Dallas Cowboys. We are the Cowboys. Woo! How about them Cowboys? Woo! Little Dak Attack. Little Dak Nation. Super Bowl bound.
Okay.
MVP. Captain America. Woo! How about them Cowboys?
Really? Did Dak do that well last night? Or was CeeDee Lamb much better at just catching?
CeeDee Lamb caught a pass for a touchdown. Listen, the Cowboys won. I think that's a spark of hope for the season. They're now 2-2 on the season. Will not be playing this weekend, obviously. Here is, let's see, you want to hear CeeDee Lamb catching that long touchdown pass? 55-yard touchdown versus the Giants last night.
Second year out of North Dakota State to the sideline. Here goes Lamb. He gets free on the inside. CeeDee Lamb. Touchdown.
The Cowboys ended the game with a 20-15 victory. The Giants need to connect on this pass from Daniel Jones, but
Jones launching it deep downfield, and it's taken away.
All right. You want to take a couple phone calls? And then Joanna has the Hollywood cheesemaker.
What I really want to know is, Joanna, the picture you sent me of a cat, is that Junior in a pizza costume?
Yes, I told you I was going to send you a picture of Junior in his costume. He's a pizza slice.
Yeah, and he does not look happy to have it on him.
He hates it.
He's
Why do
adorable.
you do it if the pets hate it?
Because it makes
you happy.
Yeah.
Right.
What's life without whimsy?
I'm not sure the cat thinks it's so whimsical.
Well, I feed him, so.
You should put that up as your personal quote on your bio.
What's life without whimsy?
Also, did you notice there was a murder in the parking lot?
What? Oh, the truck?
No. Pigeon feathers.
Oh my God! The
think one of
feral
the
cats got a hold of
killed
one
a
of the
pigeon.
pigeons. That's what cats do. They're the serial killers of the urban animal kingdom. You know. Have you ever heard that, Nico?
The serial killers?
Yeah. Here.
Oh, speaking of which, I think one of our cats. Was I too high?
No. I was just trying to modulate here.
I think our cats in the front of the building got a bird because
What did we just say?
Dude, and I know you had your headphones on. You were listening. Are you okay?
No, I was reading an email.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what we just
In
said.
the front or the back?
The back, sorry.
Yeah, the back of the building.
That's what I just said.
Man.
Literally 10 seconds before you.
You know what? Whatever you've got is contagious.
Hey, Buzz. And the Diamond Dogs.
Okay. All right.
Just want to say, I went through the same exact situation with my HBO, well, now Max account. And, it got pretty messy there for a while with my family. So now that Nico went super petty and decided to disconnect your Max account.
Buzz is the petty one.
Let the people have their say. Don't we get enough time talking? Can't we just let a caller finish a thought without interrupting?
Now that Nico went super petty and decided to disconnect your Max account, I think the best thing that you can do now is literally just start up again, brand new, don't share your password, except for maybe Alberto, because it sounds like he could use all the help he could get right now. But anyways, good luck with your debacle. Laters.
With your debacle?
Did he say debacle?
Or he said debacle, I think.
Debacle?
Okay.
Here's the thing. I have done so much for Buzz, like helping him with so many different things, and I think he just forgets it or doesn't even care.
Yeah, and I never do a solid for you ever.
What do you do? What would you say you've done as a solid recently?
You lived at my house, watched my
Recently.
TV, ate my food.
Recently.
Dude, that stuff accrues. I don't know what
Does
you mean
it?
recently.
Because I think I would have paid that off with all that I helped with.
I paid for my daughter to go to your improv class when really that should have been a gratis
You
situation.
paid me. You didn't pay Jenny.
Yeah. Why?
Or you paid Jenny, but you didn't pay me. Yeah, that was the opposite way.
Hey, this is for Nico. Hey, brother, if your cousin's on there and you guys live in the same household and yet you're taking 2 spots on the HBO Max,
dude,
just watch it together, bro.
Yeah, you're right.
Sharing is caring. I don't understand. Plus, it feels like the cousin's not part of the morning show. This is only for members of the morning show or past members, bro. Come on, man. It's Friday, bro.
It's Friday!
No, you're absolutely right.
Everybody's got a strong opinion on our HBO Max. So, Nico...
I just got 2 text messages that said I was right, but that they agree with me on this issue.
I mean, it through no fault of Drew's. He didn't know
Right.
that it wasn't
Right.
Nico's.
My cousin has no idea. He doesn't know that this was Buzz's account. He thought this was my account on my TV.
Nico.
And you're right. It would have been easy enough, like to just take Drew off, and it could just be
just
me
take
and
Drew
Lisa.
off.
And
Yeah, there you go.
But no, the fact that you bitch about it and you use it like a club to just kind of shame me with, and to use it like as a cudgel to have something to bitch about me because I'm your whipping boy.
Well,
apparently,
I didn't pay any attention when Lisa said she tried to get on to watch Game of Thrones and she couldn't because there were too many users. It was when I tried to get on to watch Penguin.
That's when it became a problem.
And it wouldn't let me do it. That's when it became a
if
problem.
Lisa and I were watching at the same time, it would still happen to you.
All right. That's why we have got to divvy up the days, decide who has custody of the HBO Max.
I'm just gonna. You get your own. I'll get my own.
Could you see me wearing these glasses?
What the hell?
Those are the new AR glasses, enhanced reality glasses from Meta.
They look like the 3D glasses you get at the theater.
Kinda. They're probably got a lot more technology in them than those, though. Meta unveiled their new augmented reality glasses. I wouldn't call them stylish unless you really thought the glasses that the old man in Up wore are stylish.
They do look like that.
Snapchat recently teased their AR glasses, and these are smaller, but they're still, I mean, you would almost have to call that comically large, right?
Yes.
I don't know what they'd go for. And also, what do they do? The lady who did our makeup a couple years ago, remember? She had them, and she could take pictures just like whatever she was looking at.
Oh, really?
You didn't know that? Yeah, that's one of the basic things that it comes with. But also, does it give you a heads-up display, kind of like the original Terminator, where
This is some Black Mirror stuff.
it kind of is. But I'm thinking about maybe investing in a pair.
Of course you are.
It looks like they're so big, it looks like your neck would be tired and sore at the end of the day. You ready for our Hollywood news, Joanna?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's get to it.
Joanna's Hollywood Cheese Mess. Joanna's Hollywood Cheese Mess. Joanna's Hollywood Cheese Mess.
Joanna, tell us more.
Yeah.
And here is Joanna Barba with entertainment news. We call it Joanna's Hollywood Cheese May. Good morning, Joanna.
Good morning. The long-awaited first trailer for season 2 of HBO's The Last of Us is now out. The trailer confirms the return of Pedro Pascal as Joel and Bella Ramsey as Ellie and features a 5-year time jump. Season 2 is described as, quote, after 5 years of peace following the events of the first season, Joel and Ellie's collective past catches up to them, drawing them into conflict with each other and a world even more dangerous and unpredictable than the one they left behind. Here is a clip from the trailer.
Say the thing you're afraid to say. Say it out loud, no matter what it is, no matter how bad. What did you do?
Joanna said that people were asking me to do a trailer breakdown, but
They
I'm
were,
going to
yeah.
level with you.
Mm-hmm.
I need to watch the last 2 or 3 episodes just to remember what
Kind
the
of,
hell
right?
was
I don't
going
remember
on.
what happened.
I remember Joel went on a kill rampage when they were going to dissect
Ellie. Oh, right.
Yeah, so I remember that.
Didn't some listeners edit a photo to make like pictures of us as the monsters? Didn't you like
They
you
made
were
a picture of me of the
I
giant
think they put Buzz as a bloater.
as a bloater. Yeah.
Gabriel Luna will return as Joel's brother Tommy.
Do you really want this to come back?
I thought it was fantastic. A couple of the episodes were just superb
so
episodes.
good. Yes. I hope you guys have your HBO thing figured out by the time it comes out.
No kidding. And there's a new Penguin today, man.
When The Last of Us returns on HBO sometime next year. We don't know yet what time when it comes back.
I hope your HBO works.
Here, I just want to read, and I'm not even going to say who it's from. I'm just going to read what it says, okay?
Okay.
Oh, man. Wow, getting snippy over free stuff. That's why you don't do nice things for your family.
I agree. That's why I shouldn't help him out with things anymore.
You both have valid
you didn't have
points.
to. You didn't have to shut down my account. You could have just.
I didn't shut down your account. I'm going to start paying for my own account, so you can't, get mad at me.
All right. So you didn't shut down my account.
Well, I'm the one. I shut down my account that you paid for. So now you have to set up your account that you pay for.
All right. Fine. But you acknowledge that I paid for it for years, right?
Yeah, dude.
Oh my God.
You did, and I appreciate it, okay?
You do?
Yes, of course I do.
It certainly sounds like you don't.
Why am I the only one that gets bitched at all the time?
Because you're the only one that's... Well, I was going to say you're here all the time, but you're really not. But you're the one that's closest.
That's not a reason to bitch at somebody.
I see Lisa like once a month.
Proximity is not the reason to bitch at somebody.
Mm-hmm. All right, moving ahead. Joan,
Yes?
I can't believe you have supporters out there.
Yeah. It's like, why would we... the whole thing is just get off. I want to get off, and I don't want you to have anything to say to me about this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just want to get away from you as much as possible.
I just saw the email getting snippy over for stuff.
I just want to get away from you as quickly as possible.
That's the one I'm talking
The
about.
picture.
I didn't see the picture. I don't open attachments.
Moving on. The first episode of Agatha all along.
That is funny.
I'm sorry. The first episode of Agatha All Along hit 9.3 million views on Disney Plus in its first 7 days of streaming.
You don't watch any of that crap, do you?
No, I don't. No. A spin-off of the 2021 Marvel limited series WandaVision.
We watched that.
I didn't watch that either. The series premiered on September 18th. Disney defines a view as the total amount of time watched divided by runtime. Therefore, the episode was watched for an approximate total of 6.5 million hours. The opening of Agatha All Along appears to be roughly on par with that of Percy Jackson and the Olympians, which in December of 2023 debuted with 13.3 million views in 6 days, as well as The Acolyte, the June 2024 Star Wars series that hit 11.1 million views in just 5 days.
Yeah, canceled after one season, too.
Oh, man. However, Agatha is definitively behind Ahsoka, the Star Wars series that premiered in August of 2023, and hit a higher total in less time, with 14 million views in just 5 days. Agatha All Along stars Catherine Hahn as Agatha Harkness, Sashir Samata, Deborah Jo Rupp, Patty Lupone, and Aubrey Plaza also star.
The mom from that 70s show?
Yeah.
What did she play?
She's still
I don't know.
acting?
Yeah, she was in that what the hell was it? That 90s show?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Foo Fighters have pulled out of the Soundside Music Festival in Bridgeport, Connecticut, just days before the event is set to begin. Fortunately, organizers have found a worthy last-minute replacement in Jack White. No specific reason was given for the Foo Fighters' cancellation. But,
that love child out.
But earlier this month, frontman Dave Grohl revealed that he had recently become the father of a new baby daughter born outside of his marriage. The band had been scheduled to headline the festival on Sunday, September 29th. White will take Foo Fighters' Sunday night slot now, and additionally, Greta Van Fleet has also been added to Soundside's Sunday lineup.
Oh, yeah, Jack White and Greta Van Fleet equals one Foo Fighters. So that's my math.
Yeah.
That's rock
The math is mathin'. Thank you, Buzz. Finally, Ryan Murphy is pushing back against members of Eric and Lyle Menendez's family who have slammed Netflix's Monsters, the Lyle and Eric Menendez story as, quote, grotesque shock drama.
Well, I mean, they're not upset that they killed their parents. They're upset that it made it look like they might have made out together or something.
They're saying they haven't seen it. People are claiming that the Menendez brothers haven't seen the show, so why are you commenting?
The family of them, so the aunts, I guess. And one of them has a wife, so the wife is the one that's putting out these statements on behalf of one of them.
Are they making them look like they had like a relationship? Like a sexual relationship?
A dirty one. Murphy
one.
tells Variety that the response is predictable and says, quote, I find it interesting because I would like specifics about what they think is shocking or not shocking. It's not like we're making any of this stuff up. It's all been presented before. What we're doing is we're the first to present it in one contained ecosystem. What's grotesque about it? Tammy and the family have always done this, and they did this recently. They say lies after lies, but they don't say what the lies are, and they don't back up anything.
That's Ryan Murphy firing back at the Menendezes?
At the Menendezes.
Brothers.
And Tammy, who was the wife of one of the brothers. I can't remember which one. Murphy also shares that he believes Monsters is the best thing that has happened to the Menendez brothers in 30 years because people are now asking the same question. Should they get a new trial? Murphy believes if the trial was held today, the brothers may have gotten a lesser charge of manslaughter or a lighter sentence. And with your entertainment news, I'm Joanna Barba.
All right, let's take a break. We're going to keep things moving right along. We're going to keep everything on track
Keep
today.
on trucking.
We're not
All
going
right.
to be late. We're going to have a cash code in 1 hour, though.
Yes.
After this week, we'll have 2 more weeks of the cash code. That means Monday through Friday, we're going to give a code away every hour, starting at 8 a.m., and going through 5 o'clock. Listen for those cash codes. Enter them on the KLAQ mobile app or KLAQ.com, and you could win money. $100 a day. We give that to 10 different winners every day. And at the end of the contest, $30,000, 30 grand could be yours. First cash code number for this Friday coming up in a little under an hour. More of the Buzz Adams Morning Show's coming up right after this.
Artist interviews, Zoo music discoveries, celebrating artists' birthdays, commemorating releases, champion of all things rock.
The better.
Most tax pros leave a message.
It's Jane. I'm moving on to a TurboTax expert who beat your price. Adam Devine, tell him how I feel.
Hey, tax pro, she's been thinking twice. Best believe TurboTax will beat your price. This is a tax break.
Switch to a TurboTax Live expert and we'll beat what you paid your pro last tax season. Make the switch at TurboTax.com/beatyourprice. TurboTax full service only. Sign up by 12/20/2024 and file by 4/1/2025. Full details at TurboTax.com/beatyourprice.
Healthcare provider about getting this season's COVID-19 shot when getting your flu shot.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Broadcasting in El Paso to El Paso. The Buzz Adams Morning Show on 95.5 KLAQ.
The scary music is because the haunted houses of terror opened today.
Oh, I thought you meant because Lisa showed up.
I want to thank my former co-host, Lisa Sanchez, for bringing me a chai
Thank
tea
you,
soy
Lisa.
milk latte.
You're welcome, guys.
Black. Is this one dirty?
Yes. No,
Okay.
it's not. No, because you don't like the dirty one, I thought.
What? It just has caffeine, right?
Yeah.
See,
But it,
dirty
like,
to
has a
me
weird
means that it
mix.
should have some whiskey or vodka or something.
Exactly, right?
Or
That's
gum.
like the
Yeah.
true dirty that we're looking
Or syphilis.
for. You know, if we're lucky.
So, have you had any more issues with my HBO Max account?
I haven't.
Lisa, you haven't even tried it?
Yeah, no, I haven't, but I heard the news. Did it get canceled?
Yeah, I guess Nico just after 3 years of getting free HBO Max, decided I'm going to screw you over when I get rid of it.
No, hold
What
on.
do you think of
Hold
that,
on.
Sanchez?
Wait. No. You can't just say something and not let me respond to it.
No. Okay,
Wait, hold on.
guys, this
First
is
of all,
this is
first
court.
of all,
I shall be the judge.
No, hold
Nico,
on,
I
real
want to
quick.
hear your whole story.
Lisa,
Let me hear it.
Okay. I don't mind paying for it, okay? I have no problem getting my own right now.
But go on.
Okay, but there you go. I have no problem. But so the fact that Buzz is bitching so much
How
at
am I
me,
the bad guy? How am I possibly the
because
guy who
you're the
gave
one
you...
who uses it as something to be like, I'm paying for you, Nico. Why do you do this? I'm paying for you, Nico.
Yeah, I'm
It's
saying
like,
that after you've done the
I'm going to then not
thing.
I'm going to cancel my account. See, Lisa, I made the account.
Okay, got it.
And
I pay for it.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so I'm canceling my account, and you can pay for yours, and I'll pay for mine, and we can just be separate. How about that?
Separate but equal.
How about we can't be separate? How about we be separate? What's wrong with that?
So my question
Why do
is,
you have to
though,
shut up
why
down
did you
mine?
have to shut
because it's my account.
Okay, but couldn't you just open a new account?
Me open a new account
Yeah,
with
I'm paying
my
for
new
that.
email? You want me to open a new account with?
Oh, you put it under your email?
It's
Oh,
my
Buzz,
account.
You didn't tell us he put it
You
under
didn't
his
tell us
email.
he put it under his
I'm
email.
not even sure I was aware of that until this second.
You don't know. He doesn't know what he's
Okay,
talking
well,
about.
lucky for us, Buzz's credit card number is saved in that computer.
Yeah,
Careful now.
it's safe.
Don't even joke
Hey,
about
there you go.
that.
Lisa could do the same thing for you. She could set up one with a,
right.
and then use your
sure.
credit card.
Lisa, if you want to set up our HBO
our account?
right, but at some point,
No more Drew. He doesn't go here anymore.
Well, he didn't know. Like he thought it was my account at my house.
Right, through no fault.
Yeah, through no fault of
Drew.
his own. He had no idea.
Listen, I'm just saying, I was trying to have a good night at home, and all of a sudden, I got pulled into this.
She doesn't even go here anymore.
Apparently, I do. The door opened.
She's got a key named
Yeah.
Joanna.
Exactly.
okay,
It works
all
pretty well.
Listen, did you
Other
ever get?
people might let
Did
me
you ever
into.
get to watch Game of Thrones?
Me or him?
I thought that's what you wanted to watch.
So I was like really invested in it about a month ago, just after watching House of Dragon. And then when I get to the last season, I just can't even watch past the long night where they're like the battle. That's it. Like I just can't get past that. So I finished to that point and I was like, all right.
Did you watch it when it aired originally?
Yeah.
We interviewed Hodor a couple of days ago.
Oh my, I heard because
Yeah.
you also
Yeah, we did.
texted me at 9:30 at night.
Not
Asked
me.
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did. You were the all late. It was the day that I said I
You were
wasn't
the
coming
one.
in.
Yeah, you were the one asking me if I would be here at 7:30. I was like, what's going on?
I don't remember that at all. Honestly, I don't.
Something goes on in that studio, Lisa, because Buzz and Nico forget things.
Le-
and
Well,
yesterday
it's not
that
that
I was
studio.
in there,
I think we got a carbon monoxide leak in here. Seriously.
yesterday that I was in there, I forgot things.
Oh no!
This is some kind of weird paranormal vortex.
Okay, I do have questions for you. I know you guys already did entertainment news, so I'm sorry that I was late. I was bringing you coffee.
Thank you for the coffee.
You're welcome. It's still there. I had to go take it to the boys. But Buzz, looking for some of your opinions. I really want to know, how do we feel about Agatha so far?
Haven't seen it. Really, they kind of ran out of gas. WandaVision ran out of gas before the final episode for me.
Oh, we don't do Marvel anymore, Lisa.
Oh, wow. It doesn't go here either? Okay.
Occasionally. It's been a while. What was the last thing? Probably Hawkeye.
No, movie wise, you're like they all suck now.
He's not
He did say
wrong.
They somehow they're still getting worse.
Well, Deadpool Wolverine was great.
Not MCU though.
It is MCU.
Is it?
It is now. They got bought out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. it was-
So technically it is, but yeah, I do understand where you're coming from with that, Nico. Like that was great. The way
best-
that they put that together.
by
was really
far
great.
the best superhero show on TV right now is The Penguin.
I
and
haven't
it's
watched
HBO
it
Max. And let me tell, did you watch The Batman with Robert Pattinson?
It did, yes.
Yeah. It is the most grounded in reality superhero.
Ooh, okay.
First of all, movie and show. Like if in Penguin, if you shoot somebody, they die. I think Batman in the movie had kind of like a bulletproof suit or whatever, but for the most part, it's super grounded. It's Colin Farrell, unrecognizable
I was gonna
as the
say,
Penguin.
completely unrecognizable.
Have you seen the interviews where he's talking about the makeup process?
Oh, it's got to be 10 hours.
I
Probably.
think it's like 4 to 5 to put on
Every day.
and then
he's gotta
another
take it
2
off.
to take off. Yeah.
I wonder if there's ever an option of just, I'm going to sleep in it, man. Get
Yeah.
some extra Z's. I'm just going to sleep in the Penguin suit.
I'm not sure I would feel comfortable having people touching you. Like, imagine people around you putting things on your face for like 5 hours.
You know what? Because I did that once before. I had my makeup done for a photo shoot and I fell asleep. It was after the morning show. So I left here, went over and they did my makeup and I passed out for an hour.
Well, they weren't making you up to look like an obese, deformed gangster, though, were they?
I wish, but no.
What are you going to do?
Not this time.
What are you going to do for Halloween this year, Lisa?
What I do every year, not dress up.
Remember, Lisa never liked to dress up for
Yeah,
the
no.
Right. She would
Yeah.
always kind of half-ass it a little bit.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Wow.
No, I like Halloween, but I also just, I think my neighborhood gets so busy. So already I kind of bunker down on Halloween because I can't even get out of my driveway. I can't do anything. So I'm just like, I'm just going to.
Your neighborhood is a prime trick-or-treat spot for sure.
Yes.
I mean, you probably get 1,000 or more kids coming by. Do you pretend you're not home?
100%. Yeah. No, I'm not there.
She's a mean one.
Yep.
Mrs. Grinch.
For me, it's a lot of candy. Like that, I don't think I ever growing up thought about how much of an investment it was to purchase all of the Halloween candy. And now with inflation, like...
I had to have a big Halloween party every year for people who only want to hide out from the trick-or-treaters at my house because nobody comes to my house.
Yeah,
you know how it's at like a dead blind inn? Mm-hmm. A blind dead end, rather.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody comes trick-or-treating there.
Yeah, see, that's a prime spot. I would show up there.
All right, Nico, you had, millennials are now, some of them, the older ones are middle-aged, and the rest of you are heading there.
It's so depressing because now I understand Buzz. Remember how we all used to make fun of him when he wouldn't understand things?
Yeah.
That's
Now
me
that's
now.
you.
Yeah.
That's us now.
I'll be writing something down. I'm like, is this right? Am I saying this right?
Like Riz?
Yeah. I'll go to my friend's daughter, like we'll go have dinner like together and I'll ask her, so what are the words? Like what
Do you know Shabuzi?
Yes, I love Shabuzi. But I'm always like, so what's the 411?
Okay, finally somebody who knows something about Shabuzi.
Shabuzi!
Is he primarily a country artist?
Yeah, he's primarily a country artist. What I love about him, though, is the fact that in that song, there's a line, I don't know if you know, Buzz, but it's like, everybody in the club getting tips.
Yeah, that's Jaquan.
Yeah, he got it actually approved by Jaquan.
Oh, he did.
Oh.
Yeah. We were just talking about that
I was
earlier. I'm
wondering
like,
if
that is the exact line.
Yes.
The one, here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4.
Everybody in the club.
Getting on the dance floor. He sent that to Jaquan and asked for, because you have to ask for approval or give them some sort of copyright rights.
The
to that
reason
song.
I'm asking
Okay.
if he's a country artist is because last year he won the People's Country Music Award for Best New Artist.
Thank you to all the programmers at Country Radio for supporting me, my management for believing in me and putting in the time, hard work, and dedication. And thank you to all my friends and family in Nashville for showing up for me time and time again. Thank you to Empire for being the best independent label partner any artist could ask for. And thank you, Beyonce. You're amazing. Yeah.
All right.
Agreed.
Padilla is saying, Buzz, just admit that those Marvel Disney shows
Are too woke,
which is why they suck.
I don't know if they suck because they're too woke. All I know is they suck. I mean, I did just spend a few minutes speaking in glowing terms about the Penguin, so, you know.
That's DC, though, but continue.
Yeah. Nico,
yes.
So as millennials are entering middle age, what's a midlife crisis like for a millennial?
That's a good question because, all right, so what I'm reading is that millennials who are going through midlife crises can't afford a sports car. So they can't do the normal things that people would do.
What are you going to do when you have midlife crisis?
What are you going to do? Buy a dehumidifier, maybe?
A humidifier?
Yeah, a dehumidifier.
How about a house? Oh, man.
I think I'm going to take up crochet.
That was number 6.
Yeah. It looks interesting.
Number 2, this guy says, I'm 42 now, and I just started buying samplers and synthesizers. There's still time to become a famous musician, right?
That's the millennial version of a midlife crisis.
Yeah.
Right. Is buying a bunch of
I've seen
synths.
this all over TikTok about how we can't afford a midlife crisis,
Look,
so we're just resorting to like old people things now.
I don't want to sound like a Gen X, which is what I am, or a boomer.
Sure.
If you guys didn't spend $6 on coffee every single day, you might be able to save up enough to buy a
keep
car.
drinking your chai tea latte over there. Okay?
Yeah, but I don't order it for myself. I drink
Give me the
free.
coffee back then.
I mean,
A delayed response.
I know it's a thing that millennials hate to hear and have always hated to hear, but that adds up over time. I mean, you
Yeah,
really
but then guess what? I bought myself an espresso machine and I do the coffee at home now. So
I make coffee here.
Right.
This is a once in a week treat.
Mm-hmm. That's true, actually. I did start doing that.
Okay,
where
but
I
you
buy
know
it-
that there are some
just gave
people
up
that
coffee.
are complaining they don't have enough money that go to Starbucks every single day.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. What else?
Somebody says that they're 39 and just had their first child with their husband. I think having a baby is the new midlife crisis.
I could actually see that.
People used to have their first baby when they were
20,
18.
Yeah.
Imagine you're like going through a crisis, this midlife crisis, and your one thing is, I should have a baby.
I think we're going to have to define midlife, though. What are we saying? Is that 40?
Is 40 midlife?
Sure.
I would say at this point, just because the life expectancy in the country has gone up, so I would say maybe 40.
Yeah, that's saying 80 is what your lifespan is going to be like. Somebody else says, get yourself a good spot watching The Bird Feeder.
Oh, that's pretty solid, actually.
I've been looking into bird feeders.
To feed your cats?
Hey, I got to make an announcement real quick. Dame Maggie Smith passed away.
No.
She was 89 years old.
Oh,
you mean Mother Superior from Sister Act?
She was one of Britain's best-known actresses. She played Professor McGonagall in Harry Potter and the Dowager Countess of Grantham on Downton Abbey.
There we go. We got one for each of us.
Yeah, I love Downton Abbey.
She was in a little Secret Garden.
Yes, The Secret Garden.
Oh, no.
Well, Maggie Smith has passed away, that according to her sons, Chris and Toby.
Wow, I love how all of us just named a different movie that she's in.
Hey, Marcos in our app chat says they show Catherine Hahn's bare nalgas in the first episode of Agatha.
They do. It's pretty good.
Yeah?
And I love it because
How do they look?
it's really good, actually.
Pretty nice turd cutters?
And what I
Worst
what I
term
love,
for butt ever.
What I love about that scene, though, is the fact that it's played for jokes. It's not supposed to be sexy. She's just showing her butt to be funny. And it is, and it comes off really, really funny.
I guess I must have seen the first 15 or 20 minutes of the first one. It's like she doesn't have witch powers anymore, and she's got some crappy, low-paying job.
Have you ever seen Mayor of Easttown or something like that?
Mayor of Easton.
Yeah, there you go. So that's what they're
With
playing.
Kate Winslet?
Yeah. So that's what they're playing off of, like as a joke. Because you know how in WandaVision, in the beginning, every episode was a different show, a different decade.
Yeah, right.
So that's what they play into in that first episode is she's now in a show. She's now in her own. Whereas, for WandaVision, it's happy-go-lucky, family-friendly. For her, it's more of a dark and depressing, like a true detective style show. But it's gone by the end of the episode. It's gone.
Let me share.
Spoiler alert for anyone who cares.
Let me share a couple of comments that we've gotten on the neckline about millennials hitting middle age and not knowing what to do for a midlife crisis since they can't afford a Porsche.
Yeah, I had a midlife crisis. 2 months before my 40th birthday, I married a woman with 2 small children. Yeah, that turned me upside down.
Yep, that'll do it.
And Derek writes in, millennials can't afford their own streaming services.
100%.
What else you got there? I have something that might help millennials who are going or facing a midlife crisis.
All right. You want to hear one more?
Yeah, one more.
All right. Mine is very good booze. That's what somebody says. Somebody says they started jujitsu.
I was going to say hobbies because I go through a lot of different hobbies where I'll do aerials. And then right now, I'm doing a Pilates. And then, so it's that's the only thing we can afford, things that we can rent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. One that seems to be common is wanting to do some kind of ultra marathon or Ironman event, even though they've never exercised in their life.
And now, life in your 30s.
Hey, so you want to come with me to... Are there going to be chairs? Should be. Will strangers be there? I don't want to talk to anyone that I don't know. Shouldn't be too many. How long does it take to get there? Is it more than 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Google
sure.
Maps says 16 minutes. I'm out. I'm going to bed. It's 8 o'clock. Have you seen my night guard?
This has been Life in Your 30s.
I'm Daniel Paulus, and whether you're wrapping up your workday, Rated Air Companies. For an appointment, visit them online at experthvacandrefrigeration.com.
Live from the KLAQ studios, the Buzz Adams Morning Show. Courtesy of Glasheen, Vyas, and Inderman Personal Injury Lawyers at GVILaw.com.
I bet you I get 1,000 solicitations for political donations every day.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something else.
What did you think?
Solicitations?
For murder.
What is it? Yeah.
Hey, we've got a lot of calls that have come in. Some of them are about millennials and their midlife crisis.
I'm
And
gonna crochet. I'm so excited.
you're hitting your midlife crisis and you haven't owned a home yet and
Or a
you can't
car.
afford a Porsche
Yeah.
or a Jaguar.
So crochet it is.
Choji in our app chat says, "Jokes on you, midlife crisis. I've been living in an existential crisis for years. You're not even a blip on the radar."
He's not wrong.
Good morning, guys. It's Shorty. I just want to let you know that I'm 30, I guess, millennial, 94.
Okay, yeah.
But I have a bird feeder outside my house. That's what happens, man. Can't afford crap right now, but it is what it is. You know, I get to see some birds, so that's one thing. You guys have a good one.
He's not wrong, though.
Progressive helps
bird watching-
millennials who are turning into their parents.
Bird watching seems so calming, and they have like this hat that has like the bird feeder on it so that the birds come to you.
No, it works.
Yes.
I
would
do
get
that.
one.
Sitting outside at night and looking for the stars and occasionally seeing this, what's the Elon Musk link satellite deal?
Starlink.
The Starlink go overhead is very entertaining. It doesn't happen every night. You might go months.
But tell Lisa about your new venture and your backyard fires.
Oh, yeah. Every day I go out and I'm still jumping in the pool even though it's kind of freezing now.
Okay.
But what I've been doing all summer long, and I'm going to continue in the winter, is I put a fire on, cook a couple hot dogs for Spark.
Love that.
And
Love a good hot dog.
sit there by the fire and look at the sky and see if there's any satellites going over.
This is like your version of those people who like to drink coffee on their porch while it's raining and they go, we needed this.
No, it's
that sounds like a commercial for a boner pill, if you ask me.
It's a lot more sad than that, Lisa.
Buzz literally goes around this office, Lisa,
Looking for
things
trash.
to put into his fire.
So in his backyard, in his backyard on the pool patio is nothing but trash and like cardboard and like.
It looks like trash, but it's actually kindling.
It's kindling wood.
Also, I go for a walk. You know, one of my dogs passed away.
Oh no!
Yeah, Jerry passed.
Jerry.
Oh.
So I take Spark for a walk, and I take a big bag, a canvas bag, and I collect wood. I will never pay for firewood again, ever. You can walk around your neighborhood wherever you live, and I know you think, well, there are no trees in El Paso. There are enough that there's free wood out there, and you don't even have to go very far.
Okay, no, I would like
load
to
up
point
on
out
free wood.
that's your neighborhood.
Probably true.
Yeah, I was going to say that's your neighborhood and my neighborhood. You could do that in. I don't think
Lower Valley.
Hey, put down that stick. That's mine.
I think if you go out maybe to like some of the newer
Like East Side, you may not find a lot out there.
You're not going to find as much just random tree branches.
I guess so, but in my neighborhood, you can walk around and get plenty of wood that's going to last you the entire week.
Buzz has wood.
Is that the only wood you're getting?
That speaking of midlife crises,
sometimes it happens.
And why are the Cowboy fans so delusional? They barely escaped with a win against Daniel frickin' Jones. UTEP could beat the Giants, bro. I mean, that's how bad the Giants are. And the Cowgirls barely beat them. Talk about the Bills. Talk about Kansas City. Talk about good teams, bro. Stop talking about the Cowboys. They're not good. They ain't going nowhere. Bye.
I don't know. They're going on trips to go play on the road.
not all our calls are great, but we play them anyway.
Are you going to play
cracking down on password sharing?
No.
Hey, you guys, a couple weeks ago, like last week, I gave my friend my Peacock account, right? And I even created a little profile for him. And I wanted him to watch that Gary documentary, which is so heartbreaking and sad. I encourage a lot of you, if you guys are a fan of his sitcoms.
Gary Coleman, I think.
Oh. I had no idea.
You guys should watch that documentary called Gary. Anyways, but I wanted my friend to see it, so I gave him my Peacock password to my account, whatever, right? And it wouldn't let him sign into it because it didn't recognize his IP address, and it blocked him. So yeah, they're really cracking down on password sharing, you guys. So regardless, Buzz, even if you still had Nico's HBO, eventually it was just a matter of time before you were going to get kicked out anyways. Have a good one, guys.
Well, I hope that's not true because I got like 4 people on my friend's Peacock. It's not even mine either.
Wait, Lisa, are you just on a bunch of your friends' streaming accounts?
And I'm all under leech.
You're a leech on all of them?
Yeah. So I have my friend Amanda's Peacock. I have your HBO Max. I have my sister's Netflix. I have I need your Apple TV, by the way. I do need that one. I have another person's that Discovery one. I really enjoy 600 Pound Life. So wherever that one is too.
It's on Max now.
Well,
Yeah,
hey,
Paramount.
what we figured out, somebody in our app chat told us that if Buzz has AT&T, which he does, unlimited, HBO Max comes free with it.
Well, I will agree with this, though. It is hard to set up at first because you have to figure out, like, okay, how do I sign into this? Because I think
if it's hard for you, it's impossible for me.
Because the same thing.
People in the app chat were asking me, why am I the one setting up your stuff? And it's just because Buzz doesn't.
Because you guys lived together for a while.
I don't have the patience.
And Buzz has no patience for things like that.
Like
100%.
This is how he ends up in these situations.
If any line has more than 2 people ahead of me in it, I suddenly don't need
Nico,
that thing
stand in
anymore.
line for me.
Yeah, Nico, will you come over here and stand in line for me?
You mean like last Friday when you were telling me, no, wait at the bar. I'll come have a drink with you. And then an hour and a half later, you're like, yeah, I'm not coming.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I left the bar then.
I was out sitting by a fire and looking at the stars.
Hey, guys, speaking of midlife crisis, Buzz, I'm surprised you haven't had yours yet. I mean, where's the Porsche at, buddy? Where's the Maserati? No, I have a feeling that when your daughter moves out and goes to college, that's when you're going to splurge and get yourself a badass whip or a nice car.
I think you already did, though. You got that little black convertible.
Not anymore. The Thunderbird.
I mean, I don't know if you call a Thunderbird like on the same level as a Maserati or something.
But most people, when they have that, it's usually like a Corvette they talk about. I would put a Thunderbird with a Corvette.
I would
not.
Buzz.
You're going to do something, bro. I don't know what it is. I'm waiting. I'm dying to see what it is. I don't know if it's going to be...
Like get a super young wife and have kids all over again. Would that be a crazy midlife crisis thing to do? Like,
I think you would love that, though.
You think I would?
Yeah.
All right.
You
like
love
those
kids.
Electric motorcycles or like I don't know. Plus, you're a pretty tall guy, so it'd be hard to get into a Porsche, dude. It really would, trust me.
Well,
no, that's true. I look at those things. I look at those little sports cars, and I'm like, I would have about as much room as a turtle does in its own shell.
That's
in
because
that
you're
thing.
all legs.
Well, it's a matter of...
Good to hear Sanchez. Hell yeah. What a Friday. Where's Brandon now?
We've had Brandon on a few times.
It's a matter of you being very tall and wide, but tall as well.
Mostly tall.
Yeah.
But I don't think your knees can handle that. Getting in and out of that car.
I'm loving people's responses in the app chat over what their midlife crisis is.
Yeah, let me hear a couple.
Says, my midlife crisis is listening to Creed again.
Oh, yeah.
Creed, which is now considered divorced dad rock.
That's some butt rock
Nickelback,
right there.
too.
Mike says, I
Theory of a
replaced...
Dead Man.
Mike says, I replaced a battery in my smoke detector instead of letting it beep till the battery died.
Yeah.
Hashtag midlife crisis.
I like 5 Points guy goes, Buzz is a millionaire and he spends his free time burning trash. WTF. That is mind blowing.
It's a hobby. It's a hobby.
Who said I'm a millionaire?
I don't know why people would think that, but
Listen, the way this man spends his disposable income, he's not a millionaire.
Show Lisa that big old mallet you found.
that's that is an awesome mallet.
Look at it. Look at it.
What?
That is an awesome mallet. It's the mallet from are we supposed to reveal it or
there
no?
It is.
You didn't say it. I think we still tease it a little bit. It's for our Halloween float.
Oh, I
It's
already
a
know what it
movie.
is then.
Yeah, I told Lisa already.
Here's another call.
How's it going, guys? I believe Maggie Smith was 89 years old. She passed away.
Oh,
I don't know if y'all saw that movie Hook that came out in 1991 with Robin Williams. She looked like she was 100 years old in that movie.
Yeah, she did.
So
She's always looked
knowing
like
that she
that.
barely passed away at 89, I thought she'd be like 120 or something.
Yeah.
All right, thanks.
He's not wrong.
We had to Google
She has
this.
always looked like that.
She has looked old forever.
There are
For
some
at least my
pictures of
entire
her.
life.
There are some pictures of her when she was young, and she was hot.
She's a hottie.
And kind of looked old at the same time.
I would like to hang out with Dame Maggie Smith and that wench Judi Dench at the same time. Those would be some fun actresses. Is Judi Dench still
Go to
alive?
Maggie Smith's funeral. Judi Dench might be there.
Yeah.
I was trying to find the picture of the picture from Hook. Yeah, that's makeup. I mean, she didn't look like that, right?
I mean,
I don't know. What year is that?
are we sure?
That's Hook, 1991. Yeah, which I think is probably when Sister Act came out, or right around then.
She has always looked like that for all my life.
She was 56 years old at the time of filming Hook.
How old was she with Secret Garden?
See, that's acting. And I hear people, I think we'll get to the point where it's like, if you're not old, you can't play an old person. Eventually, they're going to tell Colin Farrell that he's not fat and deformed, so he can't play the Penguin. That's acting.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is.
Hey, pop me up real quick.
Yeah, go ahead. We got to take a break if you're not ready to do this.
Sure.
Oh my gosh.
Nico thinks that buzzes that counts because that's what you do for your significant other.
Oh my God, Lisa, I didn't tell you about Babe.
Oh, can you play it for her?
I'll find it. Yeah.
We got to take a break. Joanna,
I'll
we're working really hard not to lag behind
Oh,
here, right?
Mister, suddenly you want to break on time.
Oh, really? I could do another 5 minutes
We should
here.
have done it 5 minutes ago.
All right, fine.
Coming up after the Buzz Adams Morning Show, Glenn Garza and Daniel Paulus.
Drive. Let run as smooth as that first quiet morning coffee. Right Drive, the only way to drive.
El Paso's own live and local, the Buzz Adams Morning Show, 95.5 KLAQ.
All right, Nico is going to have his open mic, but he's not hosting it. The open mic is going to be at Scenics tonight,
Yes.
and it's going to get started a little
later. It's sign-ups are going to be at 10, and the show will start at 11. Open to everybody 18 and older, I'll say. 16 and older. And
Wait, do you have a lot of 15-year-olds that are out there trying to get on stage?
I've had a couple.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boy, they have a lot. They're a lot braver than I was at that age. I could
know.
not speak in front of a group of people to save my life.
Seriously.
No, it was. Were you the same way, or did you?
It was tough for me.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, but then you're going to be performing at Jenny's birthday party.
I will. I'll be at Love Buzz on Pershing Street at 9 p.m. I think that's no cover. And I'll be there with a bunch of Jenny's friends and my friends doing stand up.
All right, come out and hang at Love Buzz with Nico and Jenny, and I don't know. You think Jacob Esparza will show up?
Yeah, of course.
You think Iggy will show up?
You never know.
Jebs.
You never
Jebs
know.
will probably be there. All right, let's get back into our news headlines with Nico and Jimmy.
Are you driving up to Oktoberfest tomorrow?
I'm.
You went last year,
man. Yeah.
Where is it?
Ruidoso
at Downshift Brewery.
Oh, how cute.
Yeah,
You guys are going together?
No,
I'm
stop it.
How adorable.
I'm being.
Oh God.
I'm being.
Lisa, let me play you some audio.
Oh, yeah.
Please no. What is it?
This is fun. Okay, here we go.
I'm ready.
This is Buzz talking to Nico.
Okay.
Oh, we going to have a podcast today, babe?
It's still funny.
The only person that I regularly call babe is my daughter, and that's even only some of the time. I think I was just back from a 3-day.
I got you, babe. All right.
Can't get enough of your love, baby.
You guys are adorable.
Let's do some news. In a letter this week, the general counsel for Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear told Letcher County Sheriff Sean Steins that he must resign from office by the end of today, or he'll move forward with removing him from the position.
Was he the guy who shot and killed the judge in the judge's chambers?
Yeah, Steins pleaded not guilty to a first-degree murder charge in connection with the shooting death of District Judge Kevin Mullins.
He waited there until law enforcement arrived to arrest him.
He knew what he did. Who Steins allegedly shot and killed in the judge's chambers. Now, we don't know the details out of this yet. It seems bizarre, though, that a sheriff would shoot a judge and then stand there waiting for the police to arrest him.
It's a small community, so everybody knows everybody in this case.
Yes. And the situation with the Boar's Head Company continues to be evolving. A listeria outbreak connected to some of the company's deli meats has now been connected to 10 deaths and at least 60 hospitalizations.
Lisa, have you ever had boar's head?
I love sandwiches.
Don't the tusk scratch you up?
You're dumb. Babe.
You like... only I get to say that? The situation with... Oh, you're making me read the... Do you like boar's head specifically? I'm not saying it like that. Do you like head from a boar? No. They do have that listeria problem. So while the company has closed a plant in Virginia, the Department of Agriculture is now investigating boar's head plants nationwide. The deli meat company also has plants in Michigan, Arkansas, and Indiana. It's not quite clear if the investigation is criminal or civil in nature. And just a week after the Federal Reserve lowered its benchmark interest rate by 0.5 percentage point, the drop is showing up for people in the market for a house. Woo! The average rate on a 30-year mortgage in the U.S. dropped to 6.09% this week, a 2-year low. 1 year ago, the rate averaged 7.31%. And problems continue for Boeing. The National Transportation Safety Board is issuing what it's calling urgent safety recommendations for some Boeing 727s, including the 737 MAX line, saying that an actuator on the rudder of some of the planes could fail. The NTSB said in the news release that it's requiring the company to come up with a better plan for dealing with a jammed or restricted rudder than the one in the Boeing 727 flight manual. The current plan instructs pilots confronted with the problem to overpower the jammed or restricted system using maximum force, including a combined effort of both pilots.
Okay, that sounds a little dodgy there.
Yeah,
what if
use
they're
maximum
not quite
force.
Strong enough? You know?
Well, they're saying that's not that they shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
But that's what...
That shouldn't be a fail-safe even.
Also, apparently, big-ass planes come with manuals.
Like a manual on how to fly them?
Yeah, like just all the things about, like your car comes with a car manual.
Mm-hmm.
Who knew
planes do too?
Yeah, who knew planes do too?
Do they leave it in the glove compartment?
Yeah. Detroit Judge Kenneth King was placed on leave after ordering a teenager into jail clothes and handcuffs earlier this year during a field trip. Remember that one?
This is the student who was falling asleep during the field trip. The student wasn't in illegal trouble. It was a field trip.
It was a field trip.
And she, I believe it was a girl, dozed off.
Yes, and he got real mad at her, put her in jail clothes and handcuffs. Well, he is back on the bench, kind of. King was ordered into social-emotional training and returned to duties this week. Instead of handling key major felony hearings, though, he's now in charge of handling cases in the court's traffic division. Judge William McConnell.
It's a demotion.
It's kind of a demotion. And remember at the time he was like, well, this is about respect. You got to respect the...
Well, and then it came out, the girl's parents said that they've been off and on homeless. Right, off and on homeless. And that she did not have a place to sleep the night before. So.
Judge William McConaughey said in a written statement, "We appreciate his efforts in preparing for this role and wish him success as he transitions into this new responsibility." From felonies to traffic tickets, it's quite a drop in responsibilities. But King's attorney said his client is willing to work anywhere at the court. And a former boxer who was sent to death row in Japan for a 1966 quadruple murder there.
In Japan?
Yes.
You know, they have a minuscule murder rate in Japan.
Did you even know they had a death row, though?
No.
No.
Well, a ruling by Tokyo District Court yesterday set the 88-year-old Iwao Hamakata free.
Wow.
He had spent 40 years on death row, but the court ruled that vital evidence used to convict the former professional boxer was planted long after the murders were committed.
And how old is he now?
88. The man originally confessed to the murders after 20 days of interrogation by police, according to Amnesty International, and alleged that police had threatened and beaten him. His 91-year-old sister, Hideko, who has worked for his acquittal for years, was outside the court celebrating. Wish I had audio for that. And one more story.
Sure, I got some good news, bad news we could get to after you do this story too.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hold on. All right.
Take your time.
Yeah, no problem.
Hey, I just saw Charlie Clark from Charlie Clark Nissan
Charlie
down
Clark.
the hallway. Did anybody else see that?
Oh, is that what?
Nana Pow Pow.
Pow Pow. No, she's passed.
They still use her on the commercials.
They have a little halo on her.
Yeah, they're gonna
Legends never die.
They're eventually. Everybody's gonna forget. Everybody's gonna forget that Nana was a real person on those commercials. Like in another 20 years, everybody will think she's just like Mrs. Buttersworth, or
Pick one. Yeah, go for it.
Duncan Hines. I don't know.
I was about to say, I feel like I know where you were going, and it
Sarah
wasn't
Lee?
Duncan. Say her name.
Well, finally, it's exciting to open a package for something you ordered. In most cases,
It is.
right?
Yeah, it usually is. That's why I used to do Z-Bay.
I think you get a kick out of opening packages sometimes more than what you find inside.
Yeah.
Just
Sure.
the anticipation.
It's
of
more than
opening
half
something.
the fun of opening something to find out what it is.
Especially when you forget what you ordered.
Yeah,
You're like,
that's
ooh,
what I
that
do.
is fun.
Well, not for TikTok user Emma. She's an exception. She shared in a video that she got an unpleasant surprise when opening a Shine package. When she ripped open the bags and dumped the clothes out, 3 live worms came out too.
What is Shine?
Are you talking about Shein?
Yeah.
What's that?
It's kind of like Fashion Nova. It's they sell clothing that are really cheap, like that fast fashion kind of style clothing where you can get for $100 probably 10, 15 different items.
Is it really pronounced Shein?
I think it is. Yeah.
How do you spell it? S-H-I-E-N?
No,
E-I-N.
Yeah, S-H-E-I-N. So Shein.
Okay.
And it should be I before E except after C.
That thing.
Okay.
Don't go by that rule. I heard that all my life, but it's only true about 60% of the
words.
time. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's either I think it's Shein or Sheen. I've never ordered anything through there. So.
I'm going to try this again. She shared a video that she got an unpleasant surprise when opening a Shein package. 3 live worms came out. Delicious. Emma explains, I dumped the packages out and they fell onto my feet. I have contacted Shein. They unfortunately told me in emails it's not their fault and they aren't liable. They won't give you my money back.
Well,
was anything else in there besides the worms?
Did she
and the clothes.
I was just saying,
okay.
like, did she order like
She got the clothes.
a silk shirt or something?
Oh, right,
and they
right.
just sent the worm with them?
Well, a search...
That's a good theory.
Yeah, right, thank you.
The New York Post found out that they're actually giant mealworms. The comment section was loaded with nightmare stories about what was in their Shein packages, apparently. I guess maybe they're not known for their quality.
No, not at all. Actually, there's some documentaries that talk about how terrible the conditions are of the workers.
Well, I don't care about that. I just I'm kidding. I'm just joking.
And with your news, I'm Nico.
Let me play this for you. Yeah, I'll save it for later. It's really great, though.
Okay.
Let's take a look at...
Are you going to do your good news, bad news?
I was going to.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, let's do good news, bad news of the week. This is a segment that we do, once a week maybe. Look at both the positive and negative side of all of our stories here on the good news, bad news of the week. And today we start with...
Good news.
Good news. Over the weekend, Donald Trump bought $950 of Diet Cokes and hamburgers for every customer at a bar in New York City.
What's the bad news?
I think it goes without saying he was the only customer. More of the good news, bad news. Good news, director M. Night Shyamalan is working on his 17th movie.
Yeah, what's so bad about that?
Well, if it's good, it'll only be his third good movie. So I give that to Sixth Sense. Unbreakable. And Split. That's about it.
That's decent. I'm going to say Avatar, The Last Airbender.
No. Everybody, there's not a single person alive who thinks that's, not even M. Night Shyamalan thinks that's a good movie anymore. All right. We got one more here. President Biden was on The View. Now we got two more. President Biden was on The View Wednesday. It didn't go great. He called Whoopi Goldberg Kamala twice. So.
No.
You don't like that one?
That's good. That was good.
All right. And this one, I just want to give some attention to something we're observing in the month of September.
Good news.
September is Childhood Obesity Awareness Month. Now, this is almost like a choose your punchline. I've got three, and which is the fact. It is Childhood Obesity Awareness Month. You're already aware if your child is obese if, when you take him to the mall at Christmas time, Santa has to sit on his lap. You know your kid is obese if his school picture had to be taken by Google Earth. You know your child is obese if his classmates voted him most likely to lose a foot. And that's the good news, bad news of the week.
While you're working away, we're working for you. Our job.
Connecting with
Most tax pros leave a message.
It's Jane. I'm moving on to a TurboTax expert who beat your price. Adam Devine, tell him how I feel.
Hey, tax pro, she's been thinking twice. Best believe TurboTax will beat your price. This is a tax break.
Switch to a TurboTax Live expert and we'll beat what you paid your pro last tax season. Make the switch at TurboTax.com/beat your price. TurboTax full service only. Sign up by 12/20/2024 and file by 4/1/2025. Full details at TurboTax.com/beat your price.
Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Live from the KLAQ studios, the Buzz Adams Morning Show. Courtesy of Glasheen, Vyas, and Enderman Personal Injury Lawyers at GVILaw.com.
We have a lot of important things to talk about, things that are going on in El Paso. We'll start with Carlos.
Hello, good morning.
Carlos Corral. And the film festival returns to, or is already underway, isn't it, Carlos?
Yes, the El Paso Film Festival, it's our 7th year. It's started yesterday. We had a very wonderful opening party over at the Reagan yesterday. It was wonderful. Mm-hmm. And this is, believe it or not, we actually were awarded an accolade this year. We are one of the top 50 film festivals in the world worth the entry fee.
Really?
So,
What is the entry fee? Is this the entry fee to go in and see the movies or the entry fee to enter your movie into the festival?
To enter the movie into the festival. So filmmakers all submitted and we chose the ones we loved. And now they're all here in El Paso and they are partying and I am showing them the amazing side that El Paso can have in their nightlife.
Where do folks come? As far away as how far are people coming for the film festival?
The furthest has been, I want to say Montreal, Canada has been. But we also have 2 filmmakers who are here from Mexico City as well.
Mexico City.
Yeah. I haven't had anyone come overseas yet, but North American continent.
But people coming from all over the country, though. Right?
Yes. We have filmmakers from Seattle, New York. We had one drive from LA yesterday, just like, I need to go. And okay, cool.
The El Paso Film Festival is indie films.
Yes, yeah, we play independent films. So these are films that you're not going to see like on Netflix, HBO, or Hulu, or anything like that. These are movies that are starting out. They're made with very small budgets, but they have a lot of heart. And I always say there's always a great market for it. I know everyone likes to go see the next sequel out in the movie theaters, but this is stuff that you're going to see and is genuinely made by people
people who are trying to break into film will use these as a chance to get awards and show off their their films?
Yeah, absolutely. And not just that, too, but there's also a lot of local ties. So I'm also kind of here advocating for Miss Jenny Robbins. I know she's got her event at the Love Bus tonight. But if you want to catch her this afternoon, she's actually part of our Creating Ways panels for El Paso Film Festival. She's part of the actor's journey. So, as you know, I've worked with Jenny several times as an actress before, but now she's back over here. Now she's going to kind of tell everyone what it takes to break into the industry now that she's in Los Angeles.
How do you get into the film festival? Where do you go? How do you get the tickets?
Oh, actually, Creating Ways is absolutely free. So go to our website, elpasofilmfestival.org, and go to tickets and schedule. Creating Ways is in the Plaza Theater backstage today and tomorrow, and it's completely free to attend. We also have the El Paso Museum of Art.
Plaza Theater backstage.
Yes. So
is that upstairs?
No. It's
you know
behind.
there's like an upstairs
mini
theater up there?
Yeah, so that's where we play all of our movies. Yeah, the Philanthropy Theater.
Yeah. The Philanthropy Theater is where the film festival will be showing their...
Somebody was giving me a tour, and I felt like I found out a secret. While everybody's watching the show, there's a whole theater up there. It's a small theater.
It's a small, but it's very intimate, and everyone loves it.
It's like an off-Broadway size theater.
Yeah. But yeah, we also partner with the El Paso Museum of Art. We show documentaries there completely free. But then, of course, if you want to come to all the parties, VIP badges are still available. So just buy one of those. And
don't make fun of it too much or call it too much of a side theater, because that's where they play all of the shows and movies.
No, it's a fine theater. I'm just saying that it's not as big as the downstairs theater.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
There's plenty of...
Yeah, they got some piece of crap upstairs.
No, I didn't mean it to... Is that what you got from that, Carlos?
No. The theater upstairs, that's a 200-seat theater versus a 2,000-seat theater.
Right.
So obviously, we got a bit of a cult following, but not 2,000 people all at once just yet.
You want to highlight a couple of the movies that really stand out to you so far and when they're going to be shown?
Yeah, actually, tonight we have a film called Breakup Season starring Chandler Riggs from The Walking Dead. So that we're going to be screening that tonight. And then we also have a sci-fi thriller called The Strange Dark. So if you're into wonderful sci-fi horror film, I'm not going to say a horror film, but just a very awesome late night movie. You know, that's one you can come see.
Carl from Walking Dead isn't going to be in town, is he?
No. Like last, so like
that'd be cool.
No, I know. I try to get as many people as I can. So actually, like the movie we played last night, The Way We Speak, Patrick Fabian was in it. So he plays Howard from Better Call Saul.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So he was in that one. But then let's see. Saturday we also have another film in the evening. Things Will Be Different, and then of course we close out the festival with the Late Night Shorts block, which is surprisingly very popular here. I don't know why. Everyone likes to see really messed up shorts. So I always tell people come Saturday 9:45.
So this is what I try and know all the movies that are nominated by the time the Academy Awards come out. Sometimes one of the theaters on the east side of town used to show the nominated foreign shorts.
Yeah,
and
the
they'd
Silla
show
Vista.
all of them. And I went to go see it. So when that part of the Oscars came out, I didn't tune out because I'd seen them and I was kind of going for one of them.
Hey, in our app chat, we are getting a couple questions that I wanted to bring up again. Can you just go through the regular festival schedule? How much is it to watch one of the shows? Do you get a pass for the whole weekend, and where can you go to get it?
Okay, so again, everything at the El Paso Museum of Art is completely free to attend, as is Creating Ways. If you want to watch some of the movies that are playing in the Philanthropy Theater, a very nice, beautiful theater, it's $10 at the Plaza Theater box office, so just $10. But again, if you want to attend the parties, it's about $150 for the VIP badge. But again,
those are actually really cool parties.
How fun? I was going to say, how fun do the parties get?
I went last year. And who was the guy that was here last year?
Oh, no. That was 2 years ago. Stephen Lang.
Oh, Stephen Lang. Getting to hang out with Stephen Lang at the party. Yeah.
From Avatar.
Yeah.
So,
Slang.
I make the parties very, very memorable. It's actually the reason why Jenny Robbins keeps coming back every year.
And Doug Jones was that one. Was that last year?
No, Doug Jones was Oculto. So they're actually after.
That's coming up next week. And I know it's not your event, but... You want to support them.
Oh, no, absolutely. No, sure. I know Kava, the director. Yeah, they've got their horror film festival. Actually, they're bringing Tuesday Night, who was in Nightmare on Elm Street 4. So that's who they're bringing next week. So if you guys want
who is it?
Tuesday Night.
That's a person's name?
That is a person's name. She's the lead actress in Nightmare on Elm Street 4.
What an amazing name.
Tuesday Night.
And I bet it's spelled like with a K?
It's spelled with a K.
That is brilliant.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's
You guys
great.
are like so in awe of this name.
That is brilliant.
I thought Tuesday Weld was a cool name.
Carlos actually isn't just in charge of the festival, but like his role in cinema. You're a professional sound guy.
Yes, so I'm a production sound mixer. I'm actually also part of Cinema Audio Society, so I get to put those letters after my name now, CAS.
So like he puts out like pictures on his Facebook and stuff. And I've known Carlos since I was in middle school and he was in high school. But he puts out pictures of him like on big sets, like in Albuquerque or doing stuff like for what's the biggest movie?
Hey, what does El Paso got to do to get a slice of Albuquerque's pie? Because it seems like everything is made in Albuquerque, and they probably worked really hard to make it like that, right?
It honestly starts with the state legislature and tax incentives. Obviously, New Mexico gives better rebates, so that's why everyone kind of goes over there. But Texas is starting to slowly match it, but really that's kind of it. And if I can tell you a small secret, when movies do go to Las Cruces to film, they actually hire a lot of El Paso crew. So we are kind of getting a slice. It's just not like filming it here, but they're taking the crew over there.
What's the biggest movie you've worked on?
That was probably in 2022. I sound mixed Dolph Lundgren's movie Wanted Man, which is available on Amazon if you guys want to watch it. It was great working with Dolph.
Yeah.
If you don't know who Dolph is.
A real Renaissance man. I mean, you know him as Drago. No, but he is legitimately like
smart.
A brilliant.
Is he a biochemist or?
Yes, yeah. He has a degree in chemical engineering.
Yeah.
And he's Drago on top of that. So.
And knuckle sandwiches.
Mo is here from Mocha. So Monica and Charlie do T-shirts and do a
Viva
lot
La Mocha.
Viva La Mocha. They did the design of the Star on the Mountain after the Walmart shooting that got copied by, it seems like everybody.
Right.
And hi, Mo. How you doing?
Good morning, babe.
Good morning, babe. Are we?
Everybody's going to call you babe.
I want to normalize that word.
Yeah. If you start to call everybody babe, it doesn't make it weird when you call me babe. It just makes it sound like you.
I'm just trying to help you, Nico.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Your
Mo.
mom happy.
Mo, you've got something special going on. Tell us all about it.
Yes. So I'm part of an amazing nonprofit called Gold Out El Paso. We fundraise year round, and the money goes 100% directly to the families. So we help families with...
We're talking childhood cancer.
Childhood cancer. Yes, sir. Yeah. So, you get a diagnosis. A lot of parents, one of them has to stop working. Something always happens.
That's terrible.
It affects them financially. So we fundraise. We help them cover things from like medical bills, groceries, traveling expenses, anything you can think of that would, cause a major strain on them financially.
And how do you fundraise?
We sell our T-shirt yearly, and we also collect donations. This is our 4th year. We started in 2020. A lot of different organizations have teamed up with us. So like this Sunday, there's a 5K at Casa Buick. We teamed up with the Royal Run for Hope.
Is that on Montana?
Montana and Airway.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I believe it's the 13th annual.
So all the proceeds for the 5K on Sunday?
On Sunday, they split it with us.
Okay, great.
We get a good portion of it, and they do their own. They help kids as well.
Where can people go to sign up for the 5K or find out more information about Gold Out El Paso?
RoyalRunForHope.org. I think we were at 300 who had signed up already. 400.
Wow.
Yeah,
There's also a website for goldoutelpaso.com.
Yes, it's goldoutelpaso.com. We're also on Facebook. We're on Instagram. Yesterday.
I like the shirt you're wearing. So it's the, it's the F word cancer, but the F word has a ribbon.
Yeah, the
so
U.
You can wear it. It's not technically the F word. So
No.
that's a brilliant design.
Thank you so much.
It's the U, and it's like the rib. Yeah, that looks great.
Yeah, it's our new one. Because there wasn't a childhood one, so we made it for all of our crazier parents that were kind of wanting. Yeah, so
I know this is extra emphatic about how
Yes.
much they hate cancer.
Exactly. Yeah, because they had been asking us for a couple of years, hey, when are we going to get the F cancer one? And we were kind of holding back, but now we're like, you know what? We do all kinds of fundraisers at bars and bike runs. I mean, we have a bike run coming up October 12th with RGS Performance.
All right.
So a lot of people are jumping on board, even if it's just to spread awareness. You know, it shouldn't be so taboo to talk about childhood cancer because
Absolutely.
these kids and their families, they need our support. Like yesterday, we were at the hospital and we did the end of September parade called Heroes in Gold.
Oh, cool.
And our first responders showed up, law enforcement. I mean, we had Fort Bliss soldiers out there, and we just go on top of the 5th floor of the parking garage. We wave up to the kids on the 7th floor. There's families that have, battled through childhood cancer, or they have killed kids. They have kids up on the 7th floor. So it's a very emotional and...
You're not going to find braver people than those children.
No,
who
those
have
kids...
have a pediatric cancer diagnosis and their family.
Oh, absolutely.
Those kids are amazing.
Especially.
Well,
Yes.
Mo, I'm kind of wondering, I know this is personal, but do you have any personal connection to childhood cancer, or is there a specific reason why you decided to, help out with this?
Thankfully, I have 4 kids, 6 kids, because, we are a blended Mexican Brady bunch.
Awesome.
And we haven't been personally affected by it. A friend of mine started posting about his daughter, and I was one of those people that would just scroll. I didn't want to know. I didn't want to see, sick kids. And one day I just couldn't scroll. And ever since that day, I've been involved in fundraising. And that's what these kids need. Like, you don't necessarily have to be involved, like, have a child that's sick or a nephew or a niece. Like, if more people who aren't personally touched by childhood cancer supported these kids, there would be a whole lot more support and awareness for them, because they need every bit they can.
Oh, absolutely.
Right, so for fundraisers, events coming up, go to goldoutelpaso.com.
Yes.
All right. Very good. Thank you, Mo, for coming by today.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it. And if
Say
you
hi
like
to
running...
Ka for me.
Yes.
Mocha. Say hi to Charlie.
Charlie.
Of my mocha. And if anybody decides to, they want to go work out or just go support, Sunday we will be at Casa Buick with a Royal Run for Hope.
Okay. What time does that start?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock in the morning. All
But
right.
it'll be nice and fun. I promise. We have our outfits all planned out. Golden Girls will be there.
Oh, yeah?
So,
You're going to dress as the Golden Girls?
Yep, we will be there.
Let me guess. You're going to be, I'm going to say, gosh.
Blanche.
No.
Bro.
No, my bad.
No. That's almost...
That's not
almost
an
a
insult.
slur. Yes, it is. You're going to be Betty White.
I don't know. No.
Rose. You're going to be Rose?
No, I'm the mom.
You're wise like Sophia.
I'm Sophia.
Yeah.
I have to.
All right. Thank you, Mo, for
Thank
coming
you
by.
guys.
Also,
Appreciate your time.
Here she is, just on time. It's Jenny Robbins.
All right. It was a real good party last night.
Yeah. You want to stick around? Jenny, you're going to stick around. Carlos, you probably got to go. Carlos, OK Corral.
We need to take a break.
Give me the website again to get the most information about the El Paso Film Festival.
So visit our website, elpasofilmfestival.org, all one word there. And yeah, come on and attend. Jenny is part of the Actor's Journey today at 12:30, and it's completely free to attend.
All right, very good. Thank you, Carlos. Thank you, Mo, and everybody for being on the show today.
Thank you, guys.
Take a break. We'll come back. We got the 9 o'clock hour ahead of us as we get ready for the weekend. More of the Buzz Adams Morning Show on the way right after this.
Music news, concert updates, song and album factoids, and of course, nothing but El Paso's best rock. Oh, the better.
Care provider about getting this season's COVID-19 shot when getting your flu shot.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
They make you laugh every day. They keep you up to date on all the news. They're just fun to listen to.
Buzz Adams, mornings on the Q.
Buzz, what a cute little name.
This is the morning show on 95.5 KLAQ.
So this weekend, another thing that's happening in downtown El Paso is the Way Out West Festival featuring Billy Currington.
That's right.
And there are a lot of other artists.
God is great. Beer is good.
People are crazy.
Pretty true.
Lisa, have you ever been to one of those Way Out West Fests?
I have. I don't know.
I was reading about
Actually,
it.
yes, I have.
I was reading about it. Have you been to one?
Yeah, I forgot. I did a little day drinking that day,
Yeah.
and I randomly, like, a friend of mine had extra tickets, so he gave.
That's me. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, so I have went, but I can't tell you how it was because I was pretty drunk.
Okay.
Means it was a good old time.
It was great.
Just like when I saw you on Friday.
I had just gotten out of the gym. I was not drinking yet. I bought you you guys drinks.
That was very nice of you.
So we got 2 pair of tickets to give away, and our contest based on that Billy Currington song went pretty well. So what we're inviting you to do is tell us 3 crazy things about your life, either something you did or something about you. Scientists say that everybody has 2 crazy stories in them, at least. Some people might have 200, but at least 2. Give us 3, and one of them is supposed to be made up. And the challenge for us is to guess which one is the made up fact.
Yeah.
So,
God is great.
Beer is good.
and people are crazy. Joanna is going to play a sample game for us. So let's try and pick out the fake crazy story from Joanna Barbie. Joanna, go ahead.
All right. 2 truths and a lie?
Yeah,
So,
I guess
all
it's the same.
That's not what we call it, Joanna.
We call it people are crazy.
People are crazy.
I am crazy. Okay. I was vegan for 2 years. I have 5 cats. And I'm trying to think of something else.
Oh,
what
come
about
on.
my life?
So I guess that one will be made up one.
I dated a bunch of gay guys.
Oh, that one is true. No, that
A
one.
bunch of them at once?
50-50
The cat one's true. She has 4, though. Maybe the number is 4 or 5. What was the first one you said?
I was vegan for 2 years.
Oh, I don't believe that.
But she could be tricking us, and
She likes her mom's-
Like vegan for 1 year.
What I've noticed with some of the contestants is the most mundane fact is the made up one. So the
Which one
Joanna
is the
has,
most mundane
she
one?
assumes we know. Okay, Joanna has a bunch of cats. She must have 5 cats. Maybe she has 6. Maybe
I
she has
don't
4.
know. I only know 2 of their names.
Penny,
Junior and
Junior.
Penny, Junior Pirate. Penny, Junior Pirate.
Diablo.
George, Paul, John, and Ringo.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, so say Joanna's.
I think she likes her mom's Mexican food too much. I can't see the vegan
Well, I
thing.
can't see
You can
anybody
do
going
some vegan
vegan.
Mexican.
Yeah.
No, but no, I meant good food.
Mexican options.
Frijoles.
What do you think, Nico?
Vegan or the cats? One of the 2. Go with, you choose.
Yeah, I don't.
I think vegan. I think the vegan one.
Vegan's made up. We've decided.
Wow, you
Joanna.
guys are really struggling with this one.
It's vegan.
I've been vegan from the get-go. Vegan.
It is the vegan one.
Woo! I sniffed that one out.
Good.
And people are crazy.
All right, so you would not have gotten the tickets.
No.
Lisa, I was reading all about this thing. Is downtown around the convention center, also the Abraham Chavez Theater, the street outside?
Mm-hmm.
We were told we couldn't have Street Fest at downtown anymore because the trolley went in, but they're having another music event.
Did they just take our event?
What the hell?
And now we can't have
think,
Street Fest?
No, I think the footprint's a little different. So
Well, we were willing to make adjustments, whatever adjustments need to
We
be
would have
made.
done a little tiny footprint, little baby feet.
Yeah. But they just tossed us to the curb.
Well, they did it for a few different festivals because even look at, I think, the last few years of Neon Desert, they had to completely move their footprint as well.
Okay.
So I think that it's not just you, it's everybody.
It's a boot print for the Way Out West Festival.
It's a boot. Das Boot.
All right, so call Joanna up. You're ready to tell us three crazy things. One of them's made up. So 2 truths and a lie, or people are crazy. And we'll give you a pair of tickets for the Way Out West Fest. Now, while Joanna's getting those calls, Jenny Robbins is here. You can. Jenny's going to be speaking as part of the El Paso Film Festival this afternoon.
The Actor's Journey at 12:30.
Actor's Journey.
Just very, very nice. Very nice honor to be part of this. Such a great festival.
And then
Carlos
tonight,
puts up a good show.
Yeah, Carlos Corrales was here earlier. A lot of independent films are going to be shown. You can get all the information at
And I was
the
running,
website.
I was running late because his after parties, man. He's no joke.
Tell me how good the party was.
So Carlos, I have been to a lot of film festivals. I've been to film festivals in New York. There's other people that are here who frequent other film festivals. It is talked about as being one of the best film festivals in just known. Period.
The El Paso Film
I think
Festival.
they recently were like number 7 of all of worldwide film festivals.
Wow, that's awesome.
Carlos believes that if he's like we've worked hard we're going to play hard. And so that VIP badge lets you into all these after parties. There's food, there's drinks, there's the whole thing. It's great for mingling. It's great for networking. You're meeting all these people that are coming together from all around the nation, showing off their films. You get a little sample of it all.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Wait a second, hold on.
Wait, that doesn't go. No. But the drinks, man. El Paso's a boozy town.
Is it an open bar, or you pay for the drinks?
If you get the VIP badge, you are taken care of.
You are
taken
that,
care
Sanchez?
of. So I'm telling you, we play hard. We worked hard. We're going to play hard.
Hey, we got some neckline calls that I think we need to listen to. Well, at least we have one person here still.
No, nobody's calling about the people are crazy, and we had a lot of participation the other day. Maybe it's because I didn't give out the number.
Maybe.
Nobody's calling in.
Buzz didn't give out the number.
Buzz!
All right.
I'm over here. No one's called me.
All right, so 2 biographical crazy facts and one made up. 915-910-4995. That's 915-910-4995, and you could win tickets to the Way Out West Festival.
That's why no one was calling Lisa.
I was
telling her, I'm like, no one's called me.
Can you pod me up, please?
Yeah. You're up.
I'm playing.
Oh. I've been wanting to ask you, ask you guys, I guess. You, Lisa and Joanna. Hey, did you guys ever give Buzz that jigsaw puzzle for, I think it was Christmas or his birthday, that you guys took out a piece out of the jigsaw puzzle? I just wanted to ask you, because we never heard anything, or Buzz never said anything. Just wanted to ask, wanted to see if you can give me a response. Right. Thank you, guys.
Did you guys do this on the air?
Yes.
They're taking calls.
No, it's okay. I'm.
Did you hear that, Lisa?
Yes, I did. Look above you guys. Is the piece still up there?
No.
The piece.
No, they gave me a 1,000-piece puzzle. As a present.
Oh, I heard P, like
a piece of the puzzle.
It was a 1,000-piece puzzle because Buzz likes doing puzzles.
And they took one out, but what they don't realize is by the time
I lose
at least one, so I didn't even register.
Wait, but can I tell you something that I put together since hearing this? Is that because recently Buzz has been on me about stop gaslighting me, and I don't think he knows what gaslighting
that
is.
Was gaslighting. It was attempted gaslighting.
That was, and I think
the fact that you keep stealing my flatware until I notice.
That is something that I was doing as a prank. That was something I was doing as a prank, but I realized that you have just been tricked by Lisa and Joanna and the flatware thing, that now you think everything I do to you
and the
is
tree
that.
Octopuses on top of everything else. We're going to get some contestants. Steve Kaplowitz is here. Steve, we're really busy, but I want you to be part of this, okay?
That's fine.
Okay, all right. So last night, Cowboys won.
Big win for them. They needed it.
Yeah, but who was responsible? CeeDee Lamb or Dak?
Well, Dak had a good game. Right. He did. But CeeDee had the touchdown.
Had a great game. Here's a 55-yard touchdown catch for CeeDee.
Second year out of North Dakota State to the sideline. Here goes Lamb. He gets free on the inside. CeeDee Lamb. Touchdown.
A lot of people are saying that
the Giants are terrible.
The Cowboys should not have been that close with the Giants.
Well, yeah. I mean, the Giants, they're a bad football team, too.
Final 20-15. The Giants were still trying to win it in the final seconds. Fourth quarter, Daniel Jones pass intercepted. Here is the play.
Jones launching it deep downfield, and it's taken away.
And Cowboys are now 2-2.
Look, the Cowboys still have no running game. That's the biggest issue. Yesterday, they had
Zeke
46 yards from Rico Dowdle, 19 yards from Zeke. Dak played well, 22 out of 27, 221 yards, a pair of touchdowns, no interceptions. That's big, but
that is a big stat. Don't throw interceptions, and you got a good chance of winning the game.
But they can't run the ball. They have to be able to run the football. That is so paramount to that offense.
That the Cowboys had a chance this season to sign Derrick Henry?
They couldn't afford him.
Well, because you made Dak Prescott the richest man in NFL history.
Well, no, they signed Dak long after the whole situation with Derrick Henry. So they could have.
But they were doing the math. We got to pay Dak. We got to pay CeeDee Lamb. Even though they dragged their feet on the CeeDee Lamb thing. But if
they should have signed Aaron Jones. Look what he's doing so far in Minnesota.
You know what? Aaron
He's
Jones
been terrific.
is tearing it up for the Vikings.
And he's torn up the Cowboys his whole career and always said he wanted to be a Cowboy. So they could have signed him if they wanted him.
So the Barstool Sports headline from just last night: forget Derrick Henry. Jerry Jones is so broke he couldn't afford Rex Ryan.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. I like that line too.
We got some contestants for the People Are Crazy.
We're gonna have to take a break before we do it, though.
We can get one of these in.
By the way, did you guys congratulate Greg Sestero for winning last night at the El Paso Film Festival?
I sent him a text.
So Greg sent me a message yesterday, and he had the On the Edge of Freedom, and he said, today, El Paso Film Festival, and then at 6:19 last night, it won with a giant exclamation mark. So he was super excited for his film On the Edge of Freedom winning yesterday at the El Paso Film Festival. So congratulations to Greg, one of the best guys out there in the business.
Yeah, I was texting with Greg, but he didn't text me back and tell me it won.
Oh, well.
Greg's not in town, is he? Greg Sestero, along with Tommy Wiseau, made this movie called The Room.
Right.
If you lived in Los Angeles in the early 2000s, you saw the giant billboard up on Hollywood Boulevard.
It was great.
So we always like to see what Greg's up to next. But Greg's not in town.
I don't believe so.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
You heard Joanna, right?
Yes, but I think we can get one of these contests in.
Joanna's shaking her head.
Shaking her head, yes or no? Okay. All right. All of our contestants stand by. We'll do People Are Crazy coming up here.
God is great, beer is good, and people are crazy.
Hey, it's Double G. Coming up after the Buzz Adams Morning Show.
How big? Most tax pros leave a message.
It's Jane. I'm moving on to a TurboTax expert who beat your price. Adam Devine, tell him how I feel.
Hey, tax pro, she's been thinking twice. Best believe TurboTax will beat your price. This is a tax break.
Switch to a TurboTax Live expert and we'll beat what you paid your pro last tax season. Make the switch at turbotax.com/beatyourprice. TurboTax full service only. Sign up by 12/20/2024 and file by 4/1/2025. Full details at turbotax.com/beatyourprice.
That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
Live from the KLAQ studios, the Buzz Adams Morning Show. Courtesy of Glasheen, Vyas, and Enderman Personal Injury Lawyers at GVILaw.com.
All right, we got our contestants staying by. We've got 3 contestants. We only have 2 pair of tickets for the Way Out West Festival. And I guess maybe I misunderstood. Nico said you want to talk about Jerry Johnson's penis?
Not Jerry Johnson.
Jerry Jones, I'm sorry.
Jerry Johnson. First off,
Jerry Jones.
Jerry Johnson.
By the way,
Johnson on the
by the way,
yeah, Jerry John. Yeah,
Jerry
right.
Johnson. It's Jimmy Johnson, and it's not Jimmy, and it's not even Jerry. Jerry was talking about.
I was
a player.
talking about Jerry Johnson, the barber at the place where I got my hair cut when I was a kid.
Jerry Johnson used to take and cut your hair. Yeah. That's cool. This is a video.
We may not have time to get to it, Steve. That's what I was going to say.
Okay.
We got contestants ready to play People Are Crazy.
God is great, beer is good, and people are crazy.
All right. So that is a song by Billy Currington, who is headlining the Way Out West Fest tomorrow in downtown El Paso. There are going to be a lot of other artists there, too. Sandra is on the line. Hi, Sandra.
Good morning, everybody.
Hey. Sandra, we need 2 truths and a lie. They need to be biographical, so either something you've experienced or done.
Biological.
So give us 3, and we'll pick out the fake one. Okay. Sandra, you ready?
Okay.
All right, number 1.
Yes. Okay, number 1 is that I have saved somebody's life by preventing them from committing suicide.
Okay, that's a good one if it's true.
The second one is that
if it's not true, that's real weird that they're out there.
I speak 3 languages, so I'm trilingual.
Okay. Impressive.
And the last one is that I've traveled in Europe.
You did what now?
Traveled in Europe.
I've traveled in Europe.
So saving somebody's...
Is that crazy, though? Okay. All right. We're going to pick out the false statement.
Yeah, so
I think it's trilingual. That's my guess.
She said trilingual. She said also she saved somebody's life from suicide, and she traveled in Europe.
Yeah, but speaking 3 languages is impressive,
I think
but
she's
it's
probably-
not unheard
It's not unheard of.
I think it'd be real weird if the lie is a suicide one, like just to make that one.
But think about
no. I told him to go ahead and go through
But
with
think
it.
about this, okay? If you do speak 3 languages, then going to Europe makes sense because
Yeah,
now
those two
you
kinda
could. They do kind of go together.
Nico, what do you think?
I think what you said earlier was a lot of people times when the most mundane one is usually like.
What would be the most mundane one? Traveling in Europe.
Probably traveling in Europe.
You want to say that that's the fake one?
Yeah.
Sandra, we're going to go with Nico. Traveling in Europe is the fake one.
Nope, that's the truth.
All right, which one's fake?
I am not trilingual. I'm bilingual.
Booyah.
but not trilingual.
You're bi, but not try.
Not try.
I called it.
You did call it. Yep.
Jenny
Could
would have.
sniff it out. Could sniff that one out.
Yeah, but lucky for Sandra, you didn't because we didn't believe you because she won tickets to the Way Out West Festival. Sandra,
Yay, I'm
come,
so excited.
hey, come get these tickets today because the office isn't open on Saturday, okay?
Okay.
All right, hang tight. Joanna's going to need to talk a little bit. The trilingual thing reminds me, did anybody else get a mailer from Brian Kennedy, who's running for mayor of El Paso? Did you read it?
I didn't read it.
It's like it's almost like a miniature newspaper. And it came in the mail. And it's like he was a bodyguard for Prince. He speaks 5 languages.
What?
He was a professional poker player.
Is he playing People Are Crazy?
When we talk to Brian Kennedy, I've got to ask him about all this stuff.
So what you're saying
he's
is
the
he's-
most interesting
There you go.
man
in the world.
alive.
Yeah.
He should be on those beer commercials.
Yeah, does he drink Dos Equis?
Did you read that?
No, I did not see the fact that he was a bodyguard for Prince.
Oh my God, it's right there on the front page. If you haven't thrown it away already, look at the thing you got in the mail for Brian Kennedy.
We're also
Interesting qualification for that.
yeah, right. We're also going to have all the candidates on, I believe, right? Or as many that accept.
We're making, yeah, sure. We're going to extend the invitation to Renard, to Brian Kennedy, to Cassandra Hernandez. I don't know. How about these dark horse candidates? That means crazy. Like the people who are running for
Like the Mentidosa woman, is she running again? Mentidosa?
Oh no. She always runs against Veronica. Mike is on the line with us. Hello, Mike.
Good morning, guys.
Hey.
People are crazy. I think you agree. God is great. Beer is good. People are crazy. Tell us 3 crazy stories, and one of them's made up. Go ahead. Number 1.
Great. So, number 1, I have 2 brothers and a sister.
Again, is that a crazy thing?
Dude, we're playing 2
Crazy?
truths and a lie, okay? So it's...
Well, see, they came into my life rather late, but we can get into that.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Well, now we already know that he has a story behind it. Now he's already given away.
Or he's giving you a fake reasoning.
He could
Yeah.
He could be playing us.
That's
all right.
true.
Fact number 2.
And then I was offered a menage a trois outside of Circle K in Albuquerque.
I believe that. I believe that so much.
And I bet it's right there at the intersection of the 2 interstates. too.
Who's hanging out outside of the Circle K? Just like, hey guys, who wants to come on
A
in?
bunch of freaks. I got my woman. I can't wait to find out.
Yeah, seriously.
One more fact, Mike.
And I almost got my butt whooped by Khalid's entourage when he was at Neon Desert.
Were you offering him a threesome outside of the Circle K?
Khalid.
So almost beat up by bodyguards for Khalid. Threesome in front of a Circle K,
and brother has 2 brothers and a sister.
I mean, that one seems like the real one, right? So that's real.
I go with the Khalid one. I'm really hoping. I'm banking on that Circle K menage to be real.
You're banging on it?
I want it to be real, but now I think that one's a fake.
How many times-
He sounded
how
more
many-
passionate about the other 2.
How many times has somebody randomly come up to you and this may not apply to everybody, but everybody here, random stranger proposition you for a threesome outside of a convenience store?
But you know what? It wasn't even a convenience store in El Paso. It was Albuquerque.
So what do you say?
I mean, if it was my choice, I'd go with the Khalid story. But I don't know. You guys pick it.
I mean, if it was a 7-Eleven, I'd believe it. But
we are
because it's a
talking
Circle
about
K.
a downtown. Where the tickets are for downtown music festival. Neon Desert is a downtown, so maybe his lie was concocted based on what we were talking about.
We're doing Way Out West Fest, right?
Yeah, we're giving away tickets for Way Out
right.
West Fest. So do you think that's a good rationale? It's like, I need to lie. Well, they're giving away tickets to a concert. I'll tell them I almost got my ass kicked by Khalid's entourage.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we're going to go. Number 3 is the made-up story.
Believe it or not, it's actually, I have 2 sisters and a brother.
Oh, see?
It was the mundane one again.
Tell us about the threesome in Albuquerque.
Yeah, please.
Oh, that was great. So what happened?
Wait, what?
Because he was like, that was great.
It was right before my last semester at UTEP, and it was with my buddy Fernie, and we went to try to go get some beer, but we had the vertical IDs, and in Albuquerque, all New Mexico, they
All New
really
Mexico.
don't accept it, right? So we said, hey, you know what? Let's go see if somebody will buy us beer. I mean, we are 21. We have the cash. And I went up to this couple that was outside, and Albuquerque's a little sketch.
Yeah.
Oh, man, is it?
They just had, like, the window open, right? Like, not a drive-through, but you get out of your car and you just had a window.
Wait, the convenience store had a drive-through window?
It wasn't a drive-through.
Like a walk-up window.
They had like a slot, like a walk-up window. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I walked up to the guy, like, hey, man, here's some cash. You think you could do this? And he's like, yeah. By the way, how old are you? I'm 21. He asked me, like, my height, my weight, like, my dimensions. Hey, like, my lady thinks that you're okay looking. Would you be down to? And any rational human being would have walked away right then and there. I went back to my truck. I said, Bernie, give me a pen. And I got their number down.
Oh, my God. Did you have a threesome with this man and his wife?
I called them, but I don't think they were interested. They found someone better.
Oh.
So you were willing.
I'm concerned.
But he sat there. He gave him his measurements. Is what he said. He didn't walk away until after the measurement. When somebody starts asking me, "Hey, man, look, can you get your height and your weight and all this?" What did you think it was for, my guy?
You know what? I don't know, but I was 21 and wild and free. So
yeah.
I was.
But you willingly would have gone along with it if they'd answered the
with
phone.
this random man and this woman. That
I'm
man
worried
was
about-
gonna take advantage of your orifices, sir.
Maybe he was proposing the threesome between you and him and Fernie.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm here with my buddy.
All right. Well, I guess that's technically a winner.
Yeah.
God is great. Beer's good.
People
are crazy.
All right, hold on.
I'm sorry they didn't answer. I'm sorry they didn't answer the call when he called.
I like
for
the
that
fact that his most normal statement was the incorrect one, and the two crazy statements were both
If
correct.
we ever do a contest like this again, they have to be crazy.
You want 3 things just like the last 2.
But you even said it in a break, not calling it the crazy contest. You called it two truths and a lie. I mean,
I don't know what this 2 truths and a lie is you're referring to, right? Like exploding kittens or Cards Against Humanity or something.
Right. Yeah.
All right, everybody, you got 30 seconds to plug what you want to plug. Go.
I've got my open mic tonight. It's going to be at 10 signups and 11 will be.
Yep. Go ahead.
Will be the show, and Jenny Robbins' birthday show at Love Buzz 9 p.m. tonight.
Open mic at Phoenix. Jenny's party at Love Buzz. Cappy.
I'll be live today, Raising Cane's, doing sports talk from 4 to 6, Sunland Park. Come on down, enjoy yourself for Hispanic Heritage. You'll see Cinta de Oro joining us as well here today.
Oh, dude, screw that guy.
And seize the deal, $50 food certificates for just $25 in about 4 minutes.
Brunch House.
Yep, Junction Brunch House in the 5 Points area.
The slap on my chest didn't go away. I still have like a yellow
handprint,
bruise.
Yeah, that was a week ago.
I know.
It? Jenny, what do you want to promote?
El Paso Film Festival. We've got 2 more days of it today. I've got a panel at 12:30. I got a film going on from 3 to 5 slot, and tomorrow all day. But also tonight, come out to Love Buzz for my party. Let us entertain you for free.
Come
Love
to her
Buzz,
slot.
9 p.m.
Joanna,
come on out.
Do you want to promote anything, Joanna? Haunted
No.
houses.
Oh, haunted houses open tonight.
Yep.
And
Two
cats.
locations.
And cats.
And I will say, in case I do go up to the Oktoberfest party in Ruidoso Downshift Brewery,
Come on.
I've been practicing my German pickup lines.
Ooh,
You
let's
ready?
hear some, yeah.
Frauleins,
Ja.
guten Abend,
Guten Abend.
good evening. See, everybody knows everybody knows Guten Morgen, but nobody knows good evening.
That's the pickup line.
Guten Abend,
You just say good evening, and the woman's gonna drop.
Fraulein. Quiere Farfignugen, huh?
Works every time.
That's it. Show's over.
What? We just started. Yeah, well, the show's over.
That's the end.
That's not the end.
Why, yes, it is.
Right. That's the end.
And that's the end. That's the end.
The
Buzz Adams Morning Show will be back Monday morning.
Hello, everybody.
Most tax pros leave a message.
It's Jane. I'm moving on to a TurboTax expert who beat your price. Adam Devine, tell him how I feel.
Hey, tax pro, she's been thinking twice. Best believe TurboTax will beat your price. This is a tax break.
Switch to a TurboTax Live expert and we'll beat what you paid your pro last tax season. Make the switch at turbotax.com/beatyourprice. TurboTax full service only. Sign up by 12/20/2024 and file by 4/1/2025. Full details at turbotax.com/beatyourprice.